We'll go live on the thing first so we can get the feed. Oh,
There's a lot of fucking milestones lately between Joe and this, and everybody's been moving on up.
Damn, yeah, I hit mine last week, I think.
Yeah. Just everybody's moving.
Oh shit!
You said what, live?
Yes.
I did get the notification.
Oh, right now?
Yep.
What the fuck? Wait, hold on.
It's time.
The fuck was I about to do? Oh, I was gonna go to it on my phone. Actually, I think
I'm gonna load it up.
I'm gonna use my second phone. Well, actually, I'm gonna just use my computer. You're not like playing a game and no shit.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Hanna-Barbera Fun Time Explosion.
What are we doing?
I am your host. I am your host, Snagglepuss.
Oh my god.
Heavens to fuck.
Thanks for joining us here on HBO Max.
Bergen's, whatever the fuck that nigga be talking about. Hold on, where's Dean? Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Dean Jello.
Put a little smile.
Dean Jello. What are we doing? What a way to start.
Isaiah, what up?
Oh,
what
man.
are we doing?
I don't know. But yeah, welcome everybody to the chill stream. Another boring Thursday, because, you know, that's the day that just likes to be in the middle of our weekends. Or get in the middle of our weekends. But yeah, welcome. I am your host, Man of 1,000 Thoughts. You already knew that, though. Because if you didn't,
I ain't know that.
something's wrong. Ignore him.
I would say no disrespect, but I mean all disrespect. Hey, Johnny, get in here, yo. Come here real quick. I'm gonna talk to you.
I literally said that before we went on, that like Johnny's gonna be in the live chat and he's gonna like talk, and we literally gonna point out it's like he could actually join, like literally
Johnny,
can pop in
talk.
right now.
Let me talk to you real quick for a minute. I actually don't have anything to say to Johnny. I just like Johnny a lot.
Yeah.
Isaiah in the chat saying, "Hey, what's Tariq?"
I don't know.
I just love that grammatical failure.
I don't know, Isaiah. What is Tariq?
1,000 thoughts. Them to the 1,000 thoughts in the chat.
Send that to this, and yeah, but this is just basically a chill stream. We're just doing, like, just vibing. You know the vibes.
Know what I mean?
Nah, man, you know what time it is. You know my body. You know what I mean? Nigga Johnny said, LMAO, if you laugh your ass in here.
Yeah, we just having a chill moment, just because it's just that type of day.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Hey, Johnny.
Johnny, what up?
Hey, Johnny.
Not much stuff, y'all.
What's happening? What's popping?
Very little. Very little. How about you guys?
Just
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just vibing.
Just a vibe.
Thursday vibes.
We got some things to celebrate, though.
Oh yeah! Shout outs to Roundtable for hitting 1 million subs.
Kevin for the table.
Roundtable is a black-owned business. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to
Shane.
Shane, y'all
feel me?
I don't. I think out of all three of them, I have like my relationship with Kevin is really, really tight, and then me and Tom are cool. We haven't spoken as often, and I have no contact with Shane whatsoever.
I've never spoken to Shane in my life.
Yeah, me neither.
Seems
So
like
that's why I
good
forgot
dude.
his name.
Damn.
The mysterious Shane.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to Shane. That's the only reason I forgot his name is because I haven't spoken to him.
Look how he carried himself on that one. He's like, yeah, I didn't even remember the nigga's name.
All right, we go.
What?
Oh man.
Single man added everybody in my server.
Hey,
You
why
going
not?
crazy.
Why not?
Hey, you probably right.
2 words before disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tonight on Seconds Before Disaster.
Hell, let it be a disaster. We can use some excitement. It's a Thursday. Like,
What's wrong with you? Don't fuck with Thursday?
I fucking hate Thursday, my nigga. I hate having Thursdays because it feels like a day that just exists just to be in the way of your weekend. Like, for real. Like, I could see a point. I can see a point for like a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Wednesday, but Thursday just feels like that one day that just doesn't need to be there.
We
It's
should get rid
crazy.
of Thursday.
I feel like
And
we've had this
Thursday.
conversation before. But like, because remember I told you I wrote that thing in that script that was essentially just this. And it's like, if you get rid of Thursday, then like, doesn't Wednesday become the new Thursday? And then like, oh, where's hump day? And like, Thursday low key is the glue that keeps the week together. And I'm about to get niggas to science real quick.
Okay,
'Cause-
give me the science. Fucking.
It's the science,
Give me
bro.
the. Like, tell me how this one works.
It's
Thursday explained.
All right, so boom, Monday is the day that you're supposed to hate because it's the start of the week, right? Start
Okay.
of the week, whatever. Tuesday is the day where the DVDs and Blu-rays come out. I think I'm lying. Look it up. Wednesday is hump day. It's right in the middle. Either the glass is either half full or half empty. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like Thursday is the calm before the storm. Think about it, because if you just go right from the middle of the week into the end of the week, like that's whiplash. You know what I'm saying? Like your head explodes at that point. Like, and then you spending all hump day just waiting for the next day. But Thursday is the calm before the storm. Thursday holds it down. Thursday holds the spot. And ain't Thursday the name of like one of them? Ain't that the daughter on the X's?
Tuesday.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
Tuesday.
Trying to have a cartoon
Thursday.
connection to Thursday.
Somebody is named Thursday. Who is named Thursday? Who is Thursday? Let me type in Thursday.
Bro, I'm telling you now, if your parents named you Thursday, they don't love you.
It's pretty good. Though.
They name you Thursday, my nigga. Like, I can understand a Wednesday. I can understand Tuesday. But Thursday?
Oh, the
I can
English
understand
word.
Friday. Of course, a Friday. I can fucks with a Friday. But a Thursday?
The English word Thursday is named after the god of thunder, Thor. Thursday means
Oh,
Thor's
shit.
Day in Old English. It's Thor's Day,
Oh my
nigga.
god.
Wow.
It is
That might be
Thor's
the-
Day.
That might be the coolest thing about Thursday.
That's like the only cool thing about Thursday. Like, shit.
It's Thor's
Oh,
Day.
shit. I actually need to change that. Oh my god.
Things really have changed since Must See TV went off the air.
Things changed since Har Thursday's off the air.
Hard. I remember. I'll never be the same from when Knuckles said that in an episode.
What, you said Har Thursdays?
Yeah, the nigga was laughing and he said Har Thursdays, and I was like, this is the stupidest cartoon I've ever seen in my life.
But that shit was wilding back in the day. I still wonder why did we let that one happen? Like, why did we let Flapjack pop off?
I feel like Uncle Phil. We?
Bro, I
Over
can't
there.
believe bro, you can't pretend like nobody else like slightly watched it. Like I semi watched it for like.
Oh, it's niggas that love Flapjack. It's niggas that love Flapjack, especially like when we got to college. People like that's one of those go back to when you in college and you just like weird shit. People love that shit, Flapjack. I was talking to y'all actually. I remember I was saying that when we that night we were watching Aqua Teen, and I was saying about how when I was a kid I would hear that the show was really popular with college kids, and I never understood that until I got to college. And I was like, even though we never watched Aqua Teen in college, I was like, if a nigga put on Aqua Teen on the TV right now, I'm not turning it off, and we might watch a whole season. Like, like that's just the kind of show that Aqua Teen is.
Just
So
casually slide into a whole season of Aqua Teen.
that can happen. We've done it with the Gold. If we sat and watched the whole Golden Girls season, we were gonna watch a whole Aqua Teen season because we've done it.
Dude, Golden Girls is like that though. Golden Girls will suck you in so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. Golden
Dude,
Girls.
He'll leave you saying, no, thank you for being a friend.
Oh my god.
He was waiting for that. Like the second we mentioned Golden Girls, he was waiting to pop that one.
About 2 minutes, man.
This is a chill stream, so I'm not gonna yell at Benzie.
That's what it is. Like he's gonna be popping these shits off so much because it's like it's a Thursday. We ain't trying to pop off on a Thursday like that.
I ain't gonna yell at this nigga. I used to yell at this nigga a lot. Well, not used to. I mean, like earlier. Now the Keeks made me a really nice image.
Like maybe 12 hours ago.
Keeks made me a really nice image that I send now because the message just used to be "shut the fuck up" in all caps.
The 80s text.
And I'll just empty out the 80s text. And then this nigga sent me one with my name on it, you fucking bitch. This nigga flipped it on me.
All's fair and love more.
Yeah, to hit you back with that shit. He flipped.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
God damn. He's like, yeah, I know the night begins to shine. I can send it right back on you.
The night begins to shine.
Jesus.
It's pretty good. Y'all ever watch those? I love those.
Yeah, same.
The second one, I saw the second one by accident. It's pretty stupid. They like call CeeLo Green. It's really stupid.
It was so weird. I was like, CeeLo Green? He's not even popular anymore right now.
I mean,
just
I
like,
guess he ain't doing anything else.
Is that no? That's not the one with Fallout Boy. Is it?
No, it is. It is.
Okay,
And I was like,
yeah.
what the? I was like,
So they call Fall Out Boy CeeLo Green, and they get the original fucking artist, because the original artists are in that one too.
actual BER. And it's like, like no one knows why they do it like that, but whatever. They popped off. They got some good shit in that one. Like they had some good songs, like the Forever Mine. That was one of the new songs they had for that special.
80s nostalgia is over with, right?
Yeah.
Like it's out of here.
So you know what?
I don't think so.
Like
I don't know.
heading into, like,
Niggas is
90s
40.
Well, before we move forward, I just want to say, everybody just have a good time. Donation and links and everything are all in the description box, and just chill with
Make
us.
love to that subscribe button.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
What's not the universe? What happened?
glad to subscribe. You want to do questions in here, or what's up?
Yeah. I mean, we can continue off what we were saying, though. I just wanted to say that because I wanted to transition us to the next screen, which literally just says chill and vibe. Like, it literally just says chill and vibe and has, like, our Discord, like, names. That's it. But, yeah. Feel free to ask any questions if y'all have any. Like, we'll get to them and try to answer.
Yeah.
And I look at you.
I see the story in your eyes.
Hi, Ariana Hook of the YouTube channel, Ariana Hook. How are you doing?
Yeah, go check her channel out. She's great.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be streaming a little later tonight.
Benzie, I'm shocked you didn't say anything about this being a crossover episode.
I mean,
He got dead silent.
Yeah.
Does Benzie know anything? You watch BoJack, Benzie? I don't think we ever had this.
no, I don't.
Oh, see, that's why he does. That's why he didn't do it because he doesn't know the reference.
If I knew the reference, I would have used it.
Okay, all right.
You know full well.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I guess that's not really your
Yeah.
body. Pause.
Yeah, but like going back to that 80s nostalgia thing, the big 80s thing that I know that came out recently was Wonder Woman 84, and like I think that was probably the advent that that's probably the indicator that people are starting to get a little tired of this shit, because like some people just weren't feeling this one. Like people loved the first one, but now it's like, oh, I mean, not to say the 80s stuff was the big determinant factor. It also played into how bad the story was, but like I think a lot of people did look into the 80s shit, and it's like, oh, you got the 80s cheesiness and corniness, cool, I guess, but like it didn't register with a lot of people. People were just like, oh, cool, you're doing it in the 80s because why not? I mean, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't like help. You're just doing 80s stuff because, well, people like the 80s. That's it.
I got you. So 80s shit. That shit started like I want to say maybe 2010. I guess, right? Motherfucking
Yeah.
regular show.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
It's always 30 years.
Yeah. Well,
that's the
see, that's the thing, because it's not even just 30, because it could be 20 too.
Yeah, sometimes it's 20, because like now we're going into like 90s and 2000s nostalgia.
Right. Yeah, so that's why it's like it's hard to keep track of that shit, because that shit sounded like a cool rule at first when I first heard it, but then like I started thinking about, and sometimes it's 40, because you think of like just how many film noirs came out in the 80s that took place in the 40s, right?
Yeah.
And like shit like Roger Rabbit, you know what I mean? Like that's 40 years.
Mhm.
So
It's sort of like retro age onto retro age at that point.
Yeah. To be
Yeah.
honest,
the people in the 80s inspired by the things in the 60s that were inspired by the things in the 40s.
right, I'm rolling.
Isn't that weird though? The 80s are as far away from us as the 40s were from the 80s.
I'm about to throw up.
that's necessary. To be honest, like time started to like mess up for me when I realized that like from when I was a kid until now, there's always been some sort of flame related to like 90s nostalgia, and I'm just like tired.
Really, it like when I was I forgot what I was talking about the other day, and I was just like I was trying to give like a base amount of years that it's been since I've like seen something. No, actually, it might have been yesterday, because I was watching Charlie Brown All Stars,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this really fucking ridiculous shot in it. I sent it in the server and nobody said anything, but I'm gonna still talk about it because the shot pisses me off. It's a shot of Linus, and they're supposed to trying to do a perspective thing, so they put him in the foreground.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like,
And he just looks like a fucking giant.
yeah,
It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, and it pisses me. I'm about to send it so Johnny can see it.
yeah.
And go ahead.
I saw that shit and I was like, what was the thinking behind this shot? Like, it looked odd. Like because he did look like towering over people, and I never understood, and I just couldn't understand what made them try this. It's like,
It's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb, and like they didn't check it. He turns to talk to them, but when he turns to talk to them, it's still his side profile. It's not even like a 3/4 thing, so it looks worse when he speaks to them. Like, I was like, what the fuck are they doing? And yeah, I remember the first time I saw it. I just sent it so you could see it, Johnny, for yourself.
Wait,
so
why is he's huge?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
What is this?
So
Why?
when
There are better ways to do this.
it's so stupid. But when
Also, dude, your laptop is really dirty. You should clean that off.
it is very dirty actually. I didn't realize how dirty it was until I like sat under the light in my brother's dining room, and I was like, oh fuck. I'll just chalk it up to the fact that it was in my book bag.
Yeah, valid point.
But yeah. So I was talking about. I think I might have been talking to Keeks or somebody about this shot, and I was like, son, I've been fascinated by this shot and I froze, and I'm like, damn, when was the first time I saw this special? Because I got it on DVD. Shut the fuck up, Harriana. I got it. Harriana just typed in the chat, "Clean this" in all caps.
Ariana is calling you out because your laptop is messy.
Gross. What am I doing? God damn it.
Also,
somebody asked a question that I wanted to answer too. But what was I talking about? Oh, right. I was talking to Keeks, and I was trying to figure out. I was like, yeah, I've been fascinated by the shot since, and I was trying to figure out how long it's been since I saw it. And I remember getting they have a Peanuts DVD that has all the specials on it from the 60s. And I remember getting that when it first came out. And I was like, okay, so how long ago was that? Where was I? And I was like, okay, I was at my grandparents' old house. And I was like, fuck, was that 10 years ago? It might have been 10 years ago. And I froze, and I was like, son, I remember when, like, it was impossible to remember anything from 10 years ago. But, like, now I'm talking about a special that I was fascinated with, like, as a teenager. That shit fucked me up. I was ruined when I had to type that out.
D'Angelo is here.
Hey, D'Angelo Edwards of Hats Off Media. Who are you?
Hey, Terrific Tariq of Terrific Tariq. I'm D'Angelo Edwards of Hats Off Media.
I was really expecting him to be like, "Who are you?" Like, I really expected him to ask the question back.
Somebody asked, was I really high the first time I watched Scoob? Yes. That was not a bit. I was extremely high. Like, I actually downplayed how high I was.
Bro, this nigga was baked like shit, and but like
You were still going the next day.
Yeah, it was me, Super D, Nostalgia, and Deli, who we all watched fucking Scoob, and we were like, how does this nigga Tariq like this? Like, we thought he would very much hate it.
So I had to go back to the conversation to get the screenshots for the video. So it started off as nostalgia, and then it became Nostalgia and Deli. It didn't. No. It started off as Nostalgia and D, and then it was Deli. And then I saw a man pop in. He like, all right, let me watch this bullshit. And then he pops in, and he's like, he sent like the picture of like the crowd from SpongeBob, like at the diner, and it was like, it said, it's 15 minutes into this shit, and I ain't laughed once. It's been my face the whole time. And then he disappeared, and then he came back, and he was like, what the fuck, this shit ass. And then that's all y'all was going crazy, and I was like, man, that shit was hard. I started typing in all. I was live texting while I was watching the movie. I was like, what the fuck, Scoob just made me cry. I'm high as hell. Like, I just kept going.
Yeah, it was scary.
And then like I remember the next morning, y'all offended the shit out of me. Cause I hopped in there, and y'all niggas was still going crazy. Like, niggas was acting like the niggas just dropped Master in Disguise or some shit. And I was like, yo, I'm like, my nigga, it's no way it was that bad. Like, y'all are tripping. Niggas, you was high, man. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh, y'all not about to talk to me like that. All right, I'm gonna watch this shit again. And then I watched it again, and I was like, okay. All right, whatever.
You looked at it with unclouded eyes, and you were just like, "Oh, it's all right."
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
But the point is, it went down from what it was, because you said, like, when you first watch it. No, when you said you said this even in the video. You said it to me. You said it to everybody, even in the video. When you first watching You High shit, that it was basically Spider-Verse to you, then you watched it sober, and you were like, "Oh, it's actually not. It's all right." Not as great as
You guys did trash that movie for like a full 24 hours. That was crazy.
They did.
It's because of how disappointing that movie is. Like, I can't stress enough why we genuinely were mad. Because it's like, you got to think about this. Like, with Scooby-Doo, he did great for TV, but he never got a good like cinema. Like, he's someone who screams finally getting something good on the big screen. And like, you know, we got Zombie Island and then the other like Witch's Ghost and Alien Invaders and all that, and those were great, but those were straight to
you gotta tell me, I'm a super big Scooby Doo fan.
and
like,
that's
I'm
what, yeah, we got those, and then but those were only straight to DVD. And then when we then come 2000s, we finally get something really good, or we finally get a theatrical movie with the Scooby-Doo movie, and that was some bus ass because it wasn't even meant to be a genuine like movie. It was meant to be a parody, but you know, Warner Brothers like, no, it's got to be a genuine movie. That's why.
Well,
that's why it doesn't.
It's because Scooby-Doo sucked back then. And like they were trying to they was like, man, fuck it. that's why I think that movie, like, if they let them do really what they wanted, that movie would have been fucking awesome. Cause like
maybe I mean it was James Gunn. He probably was about to make that work.
When they described the movie, I thought they were going to base it off the comic that was going on. Well, back when they actually announced it, because the way they described the movie, it seemed like it was tying in this Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, which was like part of the DC Beyond stuff that was going on when they were just like taking all the Hanna-Barbera stuff and just like doing whatever. like all of them are pretty good, but the Scooby-Doo one's probably the Scooby-Doo one was probably like the weakest, and that's kind of unfair because like DC Beyond stuff has some really strong, like some of the strongest comics I had seen up until that point for a while, because this is when like, you know, comics were kind of fluctuating in quality because of a lot of changes in writers and a lot of reshuffling and stuff. It is weird because comics are always like fluctuating in quality because like they're always trying to figure out how to fix the market, because no matter what, the comic market is always doing bad now because it just doesn't work that way anymore, because, you know, people are mostly interested in like the movies and anything but the comics, which is sad because it's like I really love comics, but like everyone wants stuff based on comics, but no one wants the comics.
Well, I think it comes down to comics.
But the Scooby-Doo comics weird. It was so weird. I mean, I read a good chunk of it, but it's so interesting because like Velma's like awful, not like awful, but like I mean like she's mean, and like they're not even a group in the beginning. It's really interesting. I would still suggest reading Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, but like that's what it seemed like they were basing it off for a sec, but then they kind of changed some stuff.
I think when it comes to people not wanting comics, it boils down to a matter of comics take work in a sense, because like that was something that kept me from really trying to keep up with a lot of like comic books back in the day, because it's like, okay, I gotta either start at this comic or this comic's been running for so long, and it's like I gotta try to start all the way back at issue 1, but issue 1's not available, or if it is available, but I have to buy like the super expensive version, or this because it's out of print, because that issue was out of print or some shit. Like that's just kind of why I think a lot of people just tend to back away from comics now. Some people now, like the comic book industry, like does well with creating like a bunch of the graphic novels where it collects the stories, so that way it's like, okay, you can at least read this and you get this basic gist. Like that's how I read Civil War. I didn't read all the other events that built towards Civil War, but I at least managed to read the main story of Civil War. Like that's what I was able to do, and that's what I think can help, but it's still kind of ultimately not enough, because you still need to read these other stories to get even more proper context and clarity, and that's kind of something that I think really hurts.
They're restructuring now. There's been a lot of issue 1s lately.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. This Scooby-Doo Apocalypse was new, so they were trying to get people to read it.
Going into the chat for a hot second.
What's up?
Buster Corp said a few minutes ago, already nostalgic for the early 2010s. Help. Same.
That sucks.
The early 2010s? I kind of am too. I mean,
that is sadly a vibe.
That's when I started liking. That's when I started liking cartoons again.
I ain't nostalgic for that. that was when we were starting high school, and I was starting my worst year in high school, because that was literally like fucking 10th grade, and 10th grade sucked.
Not even that. I just like it all just kind of feels like 2 days ago. I don't really.
2010?
Yeah.
That feels like a long time ago for me.
That was a long time ago.
No, I should feel like. In all honesty, 2010 feels like 3 years ago.
Maybe because I was different. I was really different back then. Maybe that's why it feels different for me.
Yeah,
It
I was
was
in a whole
not
different
3 years
city.
ago.
That was a completely different time in my life.
That was an
Yeah.
entirely Like, remember the shake weight?
That's not even it. I didn't act anything like I act now in 2010. I didn't even act like I didn't act anything like close to how I act until like at least 2013.
Got it.
You had to learn, like
Yeah.
like prodigal son.
I didn't even have to learn. I had to unlearn. I had to unlearn.
Or that, you know.
I had to stop caring what people thought. And now I say
Coffee with
whatever.
cartoons. Oh,
Yeah, you do.
Right.
Say
Coffee
something.
with the
Say
Coffee
so.
with cartoons said,
Mhm.
"Bruh, I have not watched a Scooby-Doo movie unbaked in a long ass time."
What the fuck?
It's
What?
funny because like it's funny because like besides Scooby, there's been some good Scooby Doo movies.
Man,
Listen,
I have
man,
a connection.
I'm fed up. Now I don't want to see the dog for at least 3 months. You hear me?
I will leave it to y'all as to whether or not that's a good or a bad choice
Yeah.
on that person's part.
I think it's a pretty fun choice, but it might be if it was like in the early 2000s, it might be a little dangerous because those things were coming out every hour.
Yeah, they were.
You couldn't go a week without seeing a new one. It was getting annoying.
Hmm.
And
Now-
Cartoon
and now
Network
they
wouldn't
rule
stop
on
playing
TVs
them.
all over the world.
What's crazy is that they all looked great.
No, the early ones, the early 2000 ones.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 2010s. I'm sorry. The
Uh-uh.
the early 2000 ones look like shit. Like
Yeah, I was about to say.
like Cool Out and all that stupid shit. I hate how those look.
I like the
Yeah.
Cool
I
Out.
think I'm
That's
thinking about
one
the
of
Burl.
That's one of the worst ones.
That's the one I remember because I remember being. That was one of the first times where I was like, "Oh, I think I might fucking hate Scooby Doo."
Oh no, that's
Like,
exactly how. When that one came out, I was just like, I don't like, stop.
I think I might fucking hate how Scooby Doo looks. My nigga, help!
Bro, that was making you hate it. I wonder what you thought of like fucking Be Cool Scooby Doo.
You must be good.
I love Be Cool Scooby. Well, I love Family Guy. Okay, so we can start there.
look how we have to start for this Be Cool
always
Scooby Doo.
Nah, man. Well, first of all, Be Cool Scooby Doo came out when I was an adult, so like
Right.
I did a commission
I
for
was
someone
like-
for B School.
I remember niggas was livid over the designs, and I just kind of
They were.
shrugged. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck, nigga. It's Scooby Doo. Like that's how I feel about Scooby Doo in general. Where it's like they've done so much. Where it's just kind of like, what you doing now? This okay? Either it'll be good or it won't be. Whatever. And then we move on because that's what Scooby Doo is. So
because it's so malleable.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
like Hanna-Barbera ain't give a fuck about Scooby Doo. You ever see Scooby Doo Arabian Night, whatever the fuck? That shit looked like Dookie, and that was made. That was
I used to love Arabian Night.
That
It
shit
does
was
look
like-
bad.
That it looks like dog shit, and it was made by Hanna and Barbera. So
Both of them sat down and they,
both of them niggas.
they took a weekend and they crafted out Arabian Night.
Yeah.
Barbera, Ruby, Spears, all four of them niggas.
The Nightmaster flying there. So long as I never have to see that Shaggy and Scooby show where they were rich and had powers, I'm good.
That's get a clue.
Oh,
that was
Oh my
was one
god!
I kinda liked as a
Just
kid.
four dudes sitting
There's
around.
four of them niggas.
Just four dudes sitting around making a
They're
bad
like
movie.
real bad shit.
Nigga making a poo.
I used to watch it a lot though. It came on Boomerang a lot, so I was like, "It's Scooby Doo. I'll watch it."
Surprisingly, I was waiting while waiting for the Scoob audio. I was waiting to see which one of y'all was gonna say one thing that I noticed that I don't think anybody noticed, but now that the video's over, nobody can use it against me. I think I'll say it. It's about how you ever noticed that the year that what people think is the worst Scooby-Doo movie came out, like both of the creators of Scooby-Doo passed away.
Oh, and when Scoob came out, they what? What?
Yeah, Ken and Ruby and Spears
yeah.
both passed this year. Last year, I
yeah.
guess.
Damn, that's true. Fuck.
Yeah.
Thing is though, I don't know if we consider Scoob like the worst though. I don't know. I don't know what
The video was hyperbole. The video was
Man,
hyperbolaized.
I grew up
You said it.
and there was already so much Scooby-Doo in the world, and I never connected to any of it. But it just like I feel like I watched a million different versions of Scooby-Doo, and they all blended together. I've no connection to those characters other than knowing who they are.
It's funny because that's like one of the two reactions you can have to Scooby Doo, right? Like
It
you
is,
either
isn't it?
like you either love it or like
You're
it's
fine
just-
with it.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. I
I
don't
would
think.
fine
I've
with
always been like, it exists. It is
It's-
a thing. It will go on in the background without me.
Yeah, like there's so much Scooby Doo. You can't just say you hate Scooby Doo. There's
Pretty
too
much.
much of
hate
it.
That's
Scooby-Doo.
excessive.
I'm pretty indifferent about Scooby-Doo overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
I think that's something special about Scooby Doo. Though, like, there's a Scooby Doo for everyone. Like,
Yeah, the most notable I think would be Mr. Ink. I think that's the
Yeah.
one that gets the biggest praise from everybody who watches
Yeah.
it.
yeah, that's because like that's the one with like the actual with the story and the deconstructions and stuff, and it is really good.
But if you don't give a fuck about that shit, you
Yeah, like if you don't like that, you got a pup named Scooby Doo.
Yeah, you got a pup named Scooby Doo. You got What's Cool, the original Scooby Doo.
You want one that's actually decently scary, you can maybe go see like Witches, Ghosts, or freaking Zombie Island. Or if you want one that's like super silly, you got like Be Cool. If you want one that's like stupid, you can watch freaking Shaggy and Scooby to get a clue. If you're nasty, go ahead.
If you want something that really isn't Scooby Doo and try to be a parody but failed at it, you can watch the live action shits.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those in the theater.
Oh,
I-
lucky.
Yeah,
That
I think I
was
did
probably, yeah, it was probably the only real thing I remember like paying attention to Scooby-Doo wise. The rest was just background noise.
I remember someone brought it to school when I was like in first grade, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Let's." I like Scooby. I remember loving it. I got. Oh well, I might as well. Like I liked Scrappy. So when I saw that, I was so like, "Aw."
I do think the casting in the live action movie is really good.
The casting's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Yay.
They
It's
all
just-
they all look like them. They all look perfect. Like
It's just they sadly weren't given a good script to really work with since it got butchered.
Right.
I enjoyed it a lot. I remember checking out the second one from Blockbuster.
I think the biggest takeaway from that was like as an adult now, what I take away from the live action movie, particularly the first one, is that we got Matthew Lillard as Shaggy because he actually went on to continue being Shaggy for years, like over a decade. And like you got to give props to the man, like to be able to take over from like a movie that a lot of people really didn't like anyway. Like seriously.
True.
And then you get like, but the other thing I think was also the Outcast song that came with that was made for it. Like I don't, bro. I don't care what anyone says, bro. That song slaps. Like
It does.
that be hitting. And like Outcast literally went in for that, and they didn't have to. They genuinely did not have to, but they did anyway. We're all the more better for it.
I think if they took another. I wish. How long has it been? That's been a while, but they still pretty much look young. I think if they take another crack at it, it'd be kind of nice. If they did like a Zombie Island thing where like they've all been retired for a bit.
The legacy sequel, as they call them.
Yeah, because I think they all did good jobs.
Yeah, if they brought them back for like a few years later after the gang like chilled out for a minute, like this time on better terms instead of they broke up and they were mad at each other.
Someone in the chat. Oh, it's Isaiah. They wanted to know why we.
You don't
needed
have to say it
answers.
if you don't want to.
Huh?
You don't have to say it if you don't want to. I was just saying.
But why we needed answers? I think it's funny.
It's not anything personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no personal answer or nothing.
Yeah. I
Y'all
just think
were
it's
nuts for
funny.
That, shit.
That was a
Oh
stupid
my
day.
God.
Yo,
That was a
that might have been like
I can't fucking.
That was a
believe
fever
it.
dream, man.
that had to be one of the shit
really-
nights of my life.
It really was. Okay, so
All right.
the reason. Okay, so that day when me, man, Tariq, and probably I don't know if Mari's posted anything, but a few of us. So we had started a voice chat early on in the day.
It was like 10 a.m.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it was
10
10
o'clock.
a.m.
Yeah, 10 in the
And
morning.
this was the like we wanted to watch. We were watching a show with our friend Kiki for some stuff.
Who's in the chat right now? Shout outs to Offbeat Kiki.
Oh, well,
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
that's really
timing.
funny.
That was
Good
crazy.
job.
That's
And
very
then
funny that you come
DVD
right in.
transition. Now
But, but so we did that, and it's funny because we usually have late night calls and not like early morning ones. But it was interesting to do that. So like so we were doing that and we watched that and it was fun. And usually our calls like dispersed, especially if they're early. But this one didn't.
Probably
And
would have off around like 4.
yeah,
Or some shit.
I
but
mean,
like
we usually stop at 4 a.m.
No, I
yeah.
meant like 4 p.m.
No, because this is an early call. Those don't usually go that long. But
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So after we were done watching the show with Kiki, it turned into other stuff. We started talking about like that tier list that's been floating around the internet for a bit.
A bit. Like we spent like well, I don't want to say 5 hours.
No, I
it
meant-
was a healthy amount of hours.
No, not talking about. I meant like it's recent, that tier list.
The mom's tier list.
Oh
that
yeah, I
was
know.
floating.
But I know you
Yeah.
said we were talking about it for a bit.
No, I meant. Did I say it?
You
that we were talking about it?
meant that it was around for a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
but so we ended up talking about that. I wasn't there. I actually
Yeah, you
went back to sleep. I went to go order food and I failed. I fell asleep instead. And
Yeah,
You didn't
let me
eat.
just say.
I didn't eat
let me-
that day. I was very hungry. But
Yeah, let me just say for like 2 seconds.
yeah.
No, I found it like nuts and kind of disgusting because I was doing a stream with Cheese Man Alfredo, cough cough, and he was telling me that he knew the person who did that tier list, and then while I was talking about that stuff, y'all were just like neck deep and just like discussing the intricacies of this fucking tier list, and it was like. And then when I immediately came back, y'all were still on the fucking tier list.
Okay, so man took it upon himself to micromanage and be the taste maker of everybody's taste. And man would go through the list and be like, I think you should bump her higher. My nigga, this
That
is
was
me.
funny.
Feedback like it was an art critique.
Yeah, man, like went through, I got it late, but it was funny seeing man for some reason go through everyone. Like
And
one
he was,
by
and he
one.
was going, the nigga was going mom by mom individually. Then then Glem showed up and Glem did everybody. Glem, the list had
He had the most well organized list, and he
Glenn
like-
did everyone.
it was a lot
Yes.
of fucking people up there.
he had it was so well organized, and I appreciated him for that shit because I was like, yo, this is actually something I could like. Okay, I can look at this and actually assess how he does this properly. Okay, like
Glenn's
it was
crazy.
done really well, fucking. But then we got,
Hey,
but like,
Ariana.
but then we got to like
Hello.
freaking. Oh yeah. Before we move forward, welcome Offbeat Kiki and Harry on a hook.
Hey, what up?
Hey,
What
I'm
In your area.
I really like those people.
I only staying for about like 30 minutes, so yeah.
What'd you bring me?
That's all right.
What did I bring you? I brought you a tracksuit, D'Angelo.
Oh, neat. What's it say on the butt?
Terrific.
Oh my gosh.
I'll allow
Any
it.
more?
That's all show up.
D'Angelo, no, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we did the mom tier list for a while. I came back
Yeah.
eventually.
And then
And,
I did my dad tier list.
Oh yeah, you did. That happened
Yeah,
too.
you did a stupid
It was
dad tier list.
moms, it was dads, it was everything. But
Really
that's
My
stupid.
dad- no, because I said I would literally like smash all the dads.
Fucking had Terry Crew.
Before,
You know
before
what-
you
you know
said that,
You know we're streaming, right?
yeah, before you said that, they had no idea what the criteria was for these lists.
Exactly. Like we just left it at it's a mom's and dad.
Right?
tier
What are you
list.
doing? Get out of here! Get out of here! What are you doing?
But
What is Wayman doing?
I think Wayman's having fun. I'm gonna let Wayman continue having fun.
I'm gonna put a little emoji under this or something.
But what happened? Okay, what happened after that? I think after that we just started talking for a
Yeah,
bit.
we were just talking.
Yeah.
And then someone brought up Mansers. I think it was Mars.
It was me, but I forgot why.
You did. Yeah, you brought up Mansers, and like everyone was
talking
gassing
about, like,
it
the
up.
old days of like Spike.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like,
But
you
how
got
did we
home,
start
you
talking
watched
about
Mansers
Spike?
and the Man Show.
Oh right,
Yeah. This is when I wasn't going. I had left when y'all started talking about this shit. Because I came back and y'all were watching it, and I didn't know what the fuck that was. I was like, "What is this porn on the screen?" And then I
But you kept no, because we were watching it and we were having. I'm thinking we were having a ball. We skipped a part of the story, by the way. I'm gonna get back to it, but I can't describe how much fun niggas was having, and like. Niggas shouldn't have had that much fun, but niggas was having a fucking ball. Here come Nicole. What are y'all watching? Y'all watching some bullshit. This how y'all think? Shut the fuck up. No. It's not. It was stupid. That's what was fun about it. It was so dumb.
but anyway, we decided, we got in our heads, we were like, let's watch some Mansers.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Mansers is like the hardest show in the world to find.
We could not bro, we tried so hard to find this shit, and like we found like a few episodes on Vimeo.
Right. So we watched those.
We found two, and we watched them, and it was like a drug dealer's taste. We needed more.
Yeah, we wanted more. So
this is where it get gross.
This is when it get gross, because I said I'm just gonna ask. So I asked I hopped in the cartoon community Discord, and I said, yo, does anybody have Mansers? And D'Angelo responded, we need it, in all caps. And I laughed for maybe 30 minutes. And then Pan responded, and he said, what did Pan say? He said something about like classic non-dated TV show or some shit like that.
Classic non-dated TV show.
And I took a screenshot of it because I think it's the dumbest screenshot I have on my phone.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, man, fuck it, they not answering. So I took it to Twitter.
We made a campaign on Twitter.
And it was funny because I had like this really existential, like, look what the fuck I use my influence for. It's like 1 a.m. Yeah, it's like 1, 2 a.m. I'm asking like, yo, anybody got Mansers? Niggas like, yo, you could buy it on Amazon Prime. So I had to reply to the tweet, and I put illegally in all caps, like 10 exclamations.
He had to specify this is illegally that we need.
Yeah. So then, this part of the story is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, because so that happened. We weren't getting any bites. It was going dark on both sides, both in Twitter and in the community. And so like I kept searching because I was confident I can maybe find a little something. If I can find 2, I can find the rest of the stash where they hiding it. But
what the fuck?
So I went back to Amazon just to check. I wanted to check and see how much it cost. If it was like $5, I could eat that. But so I clicked on it to see how much it cost, and no one told me that Amazon just had all you gotta do is click it once and you buy it. So I clicked on it. I click it, and I see this little window pop up, and it's just like, you have purchased Manser Season 2.
Should say thank you.
Look at what.
Actually, it doesn't even say that though. It's the most accusatory like purchase I've ever seen. It's just like, you bought this. That's all it says is you bought this. It doesn't say you bought Mansers or you purchased. It says you bought this.
It's like it looked at you like your own account was like,
you've done, D'Angelo.
Like your account
gets you like that because I had to buy. I was like looking through books, and it was like open for a preview, and I accidentally hit the button next to it. That was like Kindle edition, and I bought the Kindle edition. I was like, well, shit,
Oh,
I'm stuck with a book I didn't even want.
I was so anyway. I bought it like a
Right.
fool,
You
and
did.
it was $12, which is the price of a decent sandwich. So I wasn't too mad, but also it was Mansers, so I was kind of mad.
$12 for a sandwich.
You could
What's your metric for price? How
Wait,
many
you-
sandwiches does this cost me?
$11
Yeah,
for a sandwich.
No, 12. I said 12. I didn't say
You
100.
never spent $12 on a sandwich?
That's like an almost
Yeah,
sandwich
I
price.
have. I ain't gonna lie. I have.
$12 is
Sandwich
just
wasn't that great,
decent
but
though.
worth the
How much
$10.
does a good sandwich cost?
How much is the man? What's the best
I
sandwich
used to pay
that
like
cost?
I paid like $8 or $9 for a sandwich. Like,
Nah,
I've had some really good sandwiches, and some of them run up to like 15, 16.
right.
Damn.
Yeah.
maybe I probably paid that much for a sandwich. I just didn't look at the price.
Y'all must not eat sandwiches for real.
I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
eat sandwiches.
A good Jimmy John sandwich could
I never
be
had
like
a
a
Jimmy
good
John sandwich.
like $9.99, something like that.
Worth
I never
there.
had Jimmy John
I'm not,
sandwich.
I'm not talking about chain sandwich. I'm talking about like a good sandwich.
Like
Like a mom and pop
A
shop.
like
a
a
proper
good,
deli.
like an actual they really actually put meat on the fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they actually
yeah.
they give you a sandwich. And it's
We had one of those like in a like. I had one of those like some years ago. It was back in in Annapolis. Like it was this mom and pop shop we hit up, and like the sandwich was bomb as fuck.
You ever have a sandwich that tastes so fresh you want to cry? Like it's
Wait,
one of
I have
those
a
sandwiches.
question.
Yeah,
How
bro.
much do y'all pay for a Philly cheesesteak?
It depends on where I am. If
I
I
paid
was,
like $12 for one.
I mean,
that's normal. That's like
Okay.
like $10 is like $8 to $10 is like a price of like a chain Philly cheese.
Alright.
Okay. It
Yeah,
wasn't too bad.
yeah, but I mean, it depends. If you're getting it directly from Philly, then yeah, you should pay a good price for that because those will always taste the best. no
Those
matter-
are really good. I love me a Philly cheese.
Yeah, my mom always would bring home like a Philly cheesesteak when she had to go up to visit family and such. So like I was every time she's like, oh,
bring home a Philly cheese, it's gonna be all soggy by then.
It's pretty good.
yeah. I mean, it's soggy, but once you eat it up, it's fine. It don't matter.
Once it's soggy, I'm not eating it. I'm not putting that in my mouth. Nope.
Why not? It's still a sandwich.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
sure.
a good.
I
It's
would-
still a
I
good
would-
sandwich.
Yeah, I would still eat it. I'm just
I don't like the texture.
no, I get that because like, once bread's soggy, it's kind of hard to save it.
I mean,
Yeah.
they don't get that soggy for hours.
Yeah.
So like, because it's only like maybe 2 hours, a 2 hour, 30-minute drive back. So like, it ain't that bad.
No,
Hey,
I'm gonna sit there,
hey.
eat it, and then come back.
Hey, niggas ever had bread that was so thick that you had to rip some of it off? Like you was like, all right, my nigga, what the fuck?
No, I've had that.
I eat the bread. I deep throat that bread right now.
They
Hey, yo.
What the? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Nicole's getting comfortable.
Yeah, no.
No,
It says chill stream. You about to get me turned up. It says chill stream.
It turned out.
No, like
All right.
Don't turn me up.
Going to the chat for a second. The
No, I
Geek
said I
TCM
can
says,
stay for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna rate
said
only 30
3.
minutes. 3. I said
No,
no.
Nicole said 30.
I heard 3.
Yeah, open
She
your
said 30.
ears. Open
I
your
heard-
ears.
Open your ears. How about you? How about you open Discord? Because you're not in the call no more. Open your ears.
I keep on forgetting the server. You have more power than us.
Yeah, an iron fist. Dick.
Wow, you got
What?
her.
that
God.
to the chat
God,
box.
God, it's funny.
okay. But like, Benzie, Benzie, what
To
were you
the
saying?
chat for a second. The Geek TCM said, "I'm just trying to eat a burrito, man."
It's just sandwich time, though. I like
Yeah,
a burrito.
man,
too.
you can get out of here.
I like a burrito too. It's a sandwich time.
Hey, you
Sandwich
see
time.
Wayman said, email me a Philly cheese.
Email me if you-
I'm about to, do I still have Wayman's email? Hold on, let me see.
Let's email him Philly cheese. We could technically.
While we figure that out, Ravelord Servant said earlier, today I learned about Mansers. I'm gonna get drunk now.
Uh-oh.
Dude,
You
I
brought-
wish we had been drunk watching it.
Oh,
You know-
oh, yeah, no, we
Let's-
said we were going to do that next.
Oh yeah, we are. Let's finish
Yeah.
the story. Okay,
Yeah.
so after I committed my great shame and bought a season of Mansers, I was like, okay, cool. I guess we got it now, so we might as well watch it. So
Right.
we were about to watch it. We were gearing up. I forget which one of us said it, but it was just like, wait, let's ask Pan if he wants to watch it.
So then Man did it. Man
Yeah.
actually, Man is the one that I know. Man is the one having
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah, I DM'd Pan Pizza from Rebel Taxi and asked him, yo, because Glenn had mentioned it's like, yeah, Pan would probably like this dated stuff because you know that's his whole thing, you know, dated like 2000 shit, and so I was like, yo, you want to like. I like messaged him, and this is like at 2 a.m. in the morning, like 2 a.m., bro. And like asked him, "Hey, you want to watch like Mansers with us?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And I sent him, like our Discord link, and he joined in on that. And then it gets crazier because like Johnny, he like when we were going on our campaign to try to get Mansers on Twitter, like Johnny had liked my tweet saying we need Mansers. Like he had liked it, and that's where I got the idea. Hey, should we invite Johnny to this too?
Yeah, we were like, you guys, let's call Johnny.
Unanimous agreement.
Because we all love Johnny. So like,
Exactly. Exactly.
Before this, we had never been on a call with Johnny.
What'd you say, Johnny?
That's true. This was the first time we ever were on a voice chat together. Was y'all inviting me to watch Mansers?
Yeah.
Look at how we had to have our first voice chat.
People.
Our first voice chat literally had to be to watch fucking Mansers.
I mean, there are weirder ways to happen.
So we
Well,
get we get in the voice chat at no earlier than 2:30.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what the lineup's looking like up until that point. It's Toonerific Tariq,
Right.
D'Angelo of Hats Off Media,
Yeah.
Vinci Johnson Jr.,
Right.
Man of 1,000 Thoughts,
Right.
Glim Walker and Mars Reviews,
Right.
Pan Pizza, and Johnny Tuchelas.
So stupid.
Hey, were you there, Casher?
No, Geeky was there.
I came
Yeah.
I came later. I
I was there like in the beginning, like before y'all started watching. I was like, "What the fuck am I about to look
Nah,
at?"
Geeky was there with us the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as y'all started watching it, and I was like, "Yeah, no," and I left.
And I'm just like, it's like almost 3 a.m. And I'm just like, this is the stupidest night of my life. What's going on?
You ever have a night that's so stupid that like you don't want to go to bed because you know how you'll feel when you wake up.
Oh yeah.
Like you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why did I let that happen?
I woke up and I nearly cried. I was just laughing. I woke up and I was dazed. I was like, what the hell? And I remember what happened. I was like, oh my god, so stupid.
It's weird because the server was like dead for the rest of that night because all
We
of
were
y'all were in
tired.
there watching Mansers. And then it was just me and Cash in there just crying at each other. And y'all over here laughing about
Then y'all
Mansers.
fucking dipped.
You could have followed. No, you're not in here. You're in here too.
Hey, this is my
I
fault.
was in there, and, because I was like really upset about something, and then I came in there, and I was like, "No, this shit's stupid, and it's pissing me off." So I clicked out, and then I just started crying to Cash. Like Cash, I'm glad that Cash kept me company that
I'm
night.
sorry, it was Mad Mansers hours, and we couldn't.
Nah, I can't. I'm here for you, Nicole. I really am. But if Mantis is on, you gonna have to hit me another day. You gotta give me 2 days.
No, that's it.
At least I know that you care, but you care about Mansers more than me. At least you
No,
know
it's not that. I have to get off my like. I have. That is the most testosterone that's ever been in my body. Like I was. It felt like I watched all the Fast movies in a row. Then I watched all the Triple X movies right after that.
That was just
Axe
one
body
episode.
spray.
One episode.
Yeah, you can smell the
bathe-
Axe body
I bathed in Axe body spray. I hit
Yeah,
the,
you get-
I hit
yeah,
the
you get-
gym 6 times.
Like peak of its power, 2008 Axe
Yeah.
body spray.
Like I'm pretty sure the sky started raining monster. It was kind of amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it was hailing Red Bull. Hey, listen, if you needed me, the space that you needed me to be in to be compassionate and to hear you, I would not be able to give that to you for 2 days after I watched Mansers.
Tariq started saying stuff he hadn't said in years.
yeah, I was.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't in there because I probably would have been bad.
Oh no, that was
Wait.
that
Nah,
Mantis night was girl poison.
Oh, it was mega girl
If
poison.
we were like in a room, watching that, like if we were on a couch, niggas would have started slap boxing, wrestling. Like somebody would have picked a fight with.
I mainly came in there because I wanted to talk to
Someone
Johnny.
said,
I was like, Johnny's there.
I would have fought Mars. Me and Mars would have had a fist fight, and it would have been recorded. Who got an Android? Somebody's Android phone would have recorded it. Nobody with an iPhone would have recorded it.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, but that's one little thing that people don't know about me. I used to have all the fights from everybody on my phone in my high school.
You were just you were being a little.
What the fuck?
You were sneaking around waiting for a fight.
No, like you were looking for a fight. Look at what high school was.
No. Okay, I want to tell the story. I never seen any of the fights in my school except for like one. And the one time I did, I was trying to walk to class and I ended up getting hurt because it was some police brutality shit going on right there. No, that's why. It's a really sad story. But that's the only time I ever really seen a fight at my school. But for some reason, I was always friends with the kids that recorded them. And then they sent them to me. And then I had everybody on my phone. And the only time people would want to talk to me, because, you know, I was unpopular, I was a loser, people were like, oh, I know Nicole got the fight. Harriana has the fight, and people would ask me for it, and then they wouldn't talk to me no more. So, yeah. I like to laugh at the kids at my school. That's probably why I had them.
Fights were always fun.
Well, somebody would have had the Tariq Mars Reviews fight.
I would have had that.
And then either Mars would have either got the upper hand on me, or I would have had the upper hand on Mars. But either way, Glenn would have jumped in.
But man, that was fun.
That was a night that it just kept escalating. Like, that was a day that kept escalating, and it didn't need to. Like, we started on Oron High School Host Club, and somehow
That's so true. I can't believe I started that day. Oh my god!
And then we devolved to fucking Mansers.
Y'all roasted me because of my taste in men. So
roasted everybody.
Everyone got it.
Yeah, everyone got that.
Let me not.
Well, I'm safe.
I can't say that.
But we watched so much Mansers.
I love this.
I think we watched at least half of that season.
I love this in the chat. The Nightmare saying, "Yo, Harriana had the high school fight night season pass."
Wow.
Oh yeah, I did. I still I went through like my memories, like my high school memories through my Google Photos, and I was like, why do I have all this shit on my phone? Like
it's in your Google Photos.
Yeah, all my photos and videos automatically back up to Google Photos.
God,
I'm gonna send some tonight. Actually,
my high school was like local fight city. We were going off, but like the faculty were like kind of used to it. So like everything would be going in like 5 seconds. But you better be damn well certain that those are the best 5 seconds of your day.
The weird thing about it, because I told you guys I went to like a private magnet type school. Everybody was just fighting in uniforms, so it was like tricky.
Private school kids were
that as a show.
They wanted to
Give
fight
me
the
a
most.
TV show of prep school people fighting like crazy.
Oh, yeah, I went to prep school and the kids were messy. Like, I'm telling you, it's funny.
Man, the two craziest fights in school I ever saw weren't even in high school, and one of them wasn't even in school. Like, the first one was like I was like in 6th grade. And there was these 2 girls, and they were both called Ashley. There was like 4 Ashleys. It was crazy. It was like recess. It was kind of funny. They all did hang out. Like, they all talked to you. It was pretty cool. But
like Heather's.
Yeah, it was weird. But at the end of the year, like the end of the school year, 2 of the Ashleys, I know they didn't like each other. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't know what was going on. I don't know what started it.
Okay.
But they just started fighting, and like. Hard. They were coming at each other, and I was just like, what's going on? And by the time the dust settled, the entire floor was covered in their hair. I don't know. It was like 10 to 15 minutes of straight hair ripping out. And not like, it didn't fall out. I saw them rip it out.
Damn. God.
And like the second one was like I was going to the library like after high school. Like me and some friends were going to the library, and all these people ran up out of nowhere, Like they were coming from like behind cars and like from manhole covers and like from the sky. Like they were just like they all just assembled and they started fighting. It was like in the middle was just like these two girls and they weren't like slapping or kicking. They were like they had like stances. They were like actually fighting. and like you saw this huge crowd of people just getting into it. And then like at the end all that was left was one shoe, a pile of weave, and like a pair of underwear, and I don't know what happened. Because they all dispersed like so quick.
Wait, it was a flash fight?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
What the?
She was like a dust call out in a fucking cartoon or some shit.
Exactly. And I was so confused. I was like, I just wanted to go to the library. I got all this manga in my backpack. I just want to return this.
This nigga D'Angelo saw a Fairly Odd Parents fight.
How old were you? How old were you when this happened?
Like 14, 15.
Okay.
Well, I remember like in high school there was a fight that happened. I think early in the morning, and like we hadn't gone to homeroom and everything, so we were just meeting up and chatting at the lockers, and like a fight had happened in the middle hallway. And like they broke up, and I was walking, and I damn near slipped on a weave. I literally was like, what the fuck? It's a whole ass weave, like a full weave.
Like
it ain't a piece of a weave.
Thing.
I was like, damn. I'm like, how do I start my morning like that? Like I'm just slipping on weaves and shit.
Yo, I actually missed the fight, right? But let me explain to you this. Okay, so me and my friends skipped school, but the reason we skipped school was because we were going to a college fair. They were having a college fair, and they for some reason they did it during the school day.
Yeah, I never got that.
So we were like, all right, whatever. So we left. I told my moms, I'm like, yo, I'm about to just go to this college fair real quick. They like talking about financial aid and all that shit. I'm gonna take some notes, whatever. So I went and did that. In the morning, I already made the executive decision. I'm not going to school. We were going to fair. But in the morning, the group chat was jumping like Jordan, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell was going on. One of the homies got into a fight. I'm not gonna go into the details of why they fought, but it was him, my man, and it was this really, really big dude. They got into a fight, and my man is like, he's not like a big guy. He's not like scrawny, but he's not like a big guy. But the dude that he fought was like huge, and like we were just like, why the fuck did he like? Damn, they fought like, and we weren't there. Like it was like insane. So I actually emailed my homeroom teacher in the middle of the day because I was like, damn, all right, I'm gonna tell her where I'm at. Because me and her were just cool like that. So I emailed her. I'm like, yo, I went to a college fair. And actually I told her, I'm like, damn, I knew the homie got into trouble. I knew he was in my homeroom. So I'm like, yo, tell Marquise to, damn, I said the nigga name. I said, yo, tell him to call me when we call me when he can and some shit like that. I gotta talk to him. And then she was like, yo, you gonna have to tell your man yourself because he got suspended. And I was like, fuck. All right. So we was on the bus. The bus goes past his crib. So we got off the bus and we went to his house. We pulled up. I'm knocking on the door. This nigga I never seen a nigga more hyper. Like he was going crazy in the crib. He was like, and this is where I learned new slang. He kept saying, yo, I earthed that nigga, bro. Earthed. Apparently, this nigga picked up this really humongous dude. This is a really big nigga. He picked him up, he scooped him, and he slammed him on the ground. And I couldn't fathom that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The nigga was thinking he was in backyard wrestling like shit.
Oh no, those backyard wrestling were crazy.
He kept saying, like, I really earthed that nigga, bro. He was so excited. And I remember thinking, this can't be what life is, right? Like there has to be something else. going
This is a
on.
real existential moment for you.
Yeah, it has to be something else
Hey,
going on.
Jake.
To be on the surface. Hello,
Hello,
Jake.
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 Neutron.
But yeah, man, you might have to delete this stream. I said the guy's name. I can't.
I mean, you know, there's a bunch of niggas with that name, so they don't know
We don't know
exactly.
which one.
That's true. I do know like
Yeah.
3 Marquise.
Yeah, I have a few.
I know
Like,
one in
if
high
you
school.
said Obadubala or some shit like that, then it's like, okay, yeah.
Oh man, what he do?
Well, what you said sounds like a slur.
Well, now you gotta delete the shit.
Yeah, now you really gotta take it down.
Everybody says bob and weave, and no one ever loses their bob. No, I say braids all the time. Like braids be ripped out. I have to fight on my phone when this girl braids got ripped out.
I have a picture on my phone of this one braid that I found on the floor one day at high school.
What? Y'all have to, everybody stop.
Actually,
I
just
don't
chilling.
understand
like,
how girls'
well
braids fall
after.
out. My braids have never fallen out.
They
How I
don't,
got
they
braids
don't,
falling
they
out?
don't fall out in the cold. They get ripped out.
Yeah.
No, like no, because I used to go to like cheerleading camp. You know the horror stories from that place. And
Yeah.
girls, they would be falling out all the time. And I'm
Oh, that's
thinking,
just because whoever did the hair didn't do it right.
okay, because I was
Did a bad job.
Like my best friend got a dread ripped out of his head at a fight.
Damn.
That happened. That
Damn.
happened in middle school. That's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in this. I'm gonna put it in our.
I guess I'm glad I always had short hair because no one ever ripped out.
Yeah. You know, one time.
When the hat goes flying.
I
Oh,
didn't.
no.
Like,
Ah.
no, no cap. I really did almost fight a dude because he knocked my hat off. My nigga, don't touch the cap. I'm not fucking playing with y'all. Yo.
Beat me up after me hitting your hat off in that drawing that somebody did.
Oh,
All right.
It
You didn't
was
touch the
violent,
cap. You
that
didn't touch the
drawing.
cap. You touched the face. It was cool. As long as you.
I used to hate when girls would think it was cute to like take a guy's hat and run with it, and I'm thinking that shit is not funny.
No,
Yeah, they
actually,
did this shit all the time. in
That's
high
just
school.
disrespectful.
God.
It's
They,
like,
they used to like they used to actually like piss me off because okay, so it started with my hat, right, and then like
Yeah.
you know when I got to high school, I grew my hair out, so I had an afro, and I was like one of those dudes that walked around with the pick in his hair.
oh, aggressive.
oh shit.
Niggas was snatching the pick and running, and it's like I'm not going to chase you. Picks are $1. It's not a hat. A hat is like fuck. All right, give me my hat. It's my pick.
Wait, you got to wear hats in high school?
No.
Okay.
I wore them anyway, even though we weren't supposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I did.
Yeah, that's sort of the thing.
do the
Like,
I used to do it. I used to do whatever I want.
I had the when I say like they would run with my hat, I'm also meant like recess and shit.
Mm.
But the pick, I just kept the pick in my hair in high school. But yeah, niggas was taking it, running off, and it's like it's a fucking beauty store right down the street. I'm gonna just go buy a new one. I'm not about to chase you. Oh my god, you never want to play. You aggravating. We're in school, ma'am. Actually, I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
I'm here to get my eczema. I don't know what the game is.
Education.
My education.
And I started shooting at the eczema. I'm gonna get my
Eczema.
I don't know what game it is you're trying to play here. But
That's- But then they took your hat.
Why you fight?
What you say, Johnny?
Said Lydia from Simpson Theory is in chat. What's up, dude?
yeah, I love
Hey.
I love my
What,
channel.
Hello.
The channel
Hello.
rules. Y'all should subscribe.
Channel rocks. She did like this really interesting video on the amount of times Matt Groening is in is like mentioned in The Simpsons.
Oh, cool. I kind of want to see that.
I want to
So there's a couple that I didn't know about and a couple that I didn't like. I hadn't thought about in years.
Why does
Oh,
YouTube
shit.
keep? I keep getting I keep getting notifications from YouTube saying you're eligible for monetization. They've given me money already.
Oh, well, do it. Get more money.
Yeah, maybe they'll send you an accidental check or some
Maybe
shit.
you verify like 3 times, I get like 3 checks.
Yeah, they-
Exploit the system.
Finish the hat story. Finish the hat story.
Which one? I thought I finished it.
No, the one where y'all was fun to do.
Oh, it's not really much to that one. That wasn't even the story I was gonna tell. I had kind of leaned into that one. I was what the fuck was the other? Oh, I was gonna tell the story about my pants.
What?
Yeah. But I'll finish. I'll
Do I
talk
need
about the
to
hat thing.
hover over the pause button?
the dude, we were in recess. Nigga just like smacked my head off, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And like niggas was laughing, so niggas got me turned because they was laughing. Like, now I gotta fight you. Like, why? Now everybody laughing at me, so I start chasing. And he like, oh, chill. No, I won't.
I won't back down.
I won't. Yeah, I won't. I'm a good cow, like shit. I ended up. I don't even remember what happened. I just know we didn't fight. My pants. What happened was, we were. I don't even remember what the fuck we were playing at recess. I just know I was running, and I fell really, really hard. And like I fell so hard that like I skid. And,
Oh damn!
and my knees was like not my knees. Thankfully, my knees were okay, but my uniform pants, the knees of my uniform pants were fucked. Like big ass hole. It looked like somebody beat me the fuck up. So when I got home, and my pants were like that, my grandfather was like, "Yo, what happened? Somebody beat you up?" Like, nah, I fell. He didn't believe me. And he was so mad. He spent hours. He was mad at me because he was like, "I feel like you're not telling me what happened." I'm like, "My nigga, I fell." I actually fell. Like, I know that's what people say, but I fell.
I actually fell.
Yeah,
There have been so many times where I was like, I actually should have fought this person because they hit me and I did not hit back. I regret that shit.
Yeah,
Like, I was on the play.
I wish I knew.
Bitch, for no, like, I don't know what this girl's problem was with me. I was just sitting there minding my business. I was reading a manga, and all of a sudden she just hit me inside the head, and I like just turned around and looked at her.
Inside the oh my god.
And then she just like go back to start. She just stare at me, and then she started talking about her friend. So then I just turned back around and just went back to what I was doing. And then she just started like going off, and I'm just like, what the actual fuck do you want? And then there was another time where I was on the bus. Bitches love to start shit on the bus. That's just something I do.
the bus sucks.
I have fought so many people up in middle school. I'm too nice. I'm way too kind, but I was like sitting. Oh, fuck, I hate this story. But I was just sitting there minding my damn business. And this girl got on the bus with her little friend. Okay, it's one thing about one of the girls actually fought. One of the girls actually threw hands. The other girl just talked. So they was like, why was you over here saying that her boyfriend likes you? Like the girl wasn't talking for herself. And I was like, I did not. And the thing about it is that they were saying this shit is because I was around that boy all the time. Because we literally had all our classes together except for what? So I was like, I didn't say that shit. I don't know what y'all are talking about. And they were like, yes, you did. You need to stop lying. Yeah. And then I started crying like right there in front of them like a little bitch. So I was crying. They was all laughing at me. Everyone on the bus was making fun of me. So I get to school. The entire 6th grade class is like laughing at me and thinking I'm a horrible person, thinking that I'm trying to take this girl's boyfriend. And then the boy, he didn't say anything about it. But I knew he had something to do with it because that dude had it out for me. I don't know what his problem was with me. Like, that's the guy that actually hit me before. Like, he's hit me about 3 times. Yeah. He's hit me about 3 times. So, yeah, that entire day, I was just crying and shit. Everybody was just telling me, you shouldn't have did this. And I get home and I look on Facebook because this is when, like, Facebook was, like, the only social media, really. I see all of them, like, because we're all friends with each other. So, I'm just going to see it. They all just, like, talking shit about me on the timeline. So, I just get off of it. And I was just crying. I was like, Daddy, I'm not going to school tomorrow. No. And he was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, these girls want to fight me. And he was like, okay. So, my dad literally, like, I love my dad so much. He literally showed me what to do if they tried to hit me. Because my dad used to do, like, kickboxing and what's Taekwondo? I think that's what it is.
Try and get you to kick the soul out their chest.
Oh, my dad is a foot nigga, okay? Like, he is.
Anyone teach you Taekwondo? I don't track.
My dad wanted to put me in karate lessons when I was little.
No, karate tracks. Taekwondo doesn't.
Yeah, no. Dad grew up on Wu-Tang.
Yeah, like,
the Shaolin.
He's like, just in case they try to hit you, this is what you do. So yeah, I was like, okay, thank you. So I get to school the next day. I go on the bus. I'm just quiet, and the girl, the one that was like instigating the entire thing, she just get on, and she just look at me and just sit down. And then she started talking to her friend. She was like, "Y'all, I feel bad for making that girl cry. I should have said sorry." And I'm literally right here. Why can't you tell me sorry to my face?
Oh my god.
Did she forget it was you?
She didn't say, like, she never like said it to my face that day, but like eventually later on in the week, she just started being like friendly to me again.
Fake.
Oh my gosh,
No, this kid is for you.
True.
No, because there have been several times where that girl has started like shit with other girls, and then when the girl actually was like this close to hitting her, she like backed down and got too scared. So she was not about it.
She was a wimp. She was a whimper.
And she liked to pick on me a lot because she knew I was like not really gonna. Because I'm not a fighter. I'm not the fighting type. Like I'm chill. I just be sitting. She know I wasn't really gonna fight back or nothing like that. So that's why she like picking at me. But whenever she wanted something, whenever she needed something, she would come around. And I hated it because our names were like, okay, people that know my real name, my initials are NJ. Her initials are NJ too. So I was like always the
Oh, that's pretty good. The NJs.
There was like 3 NJs.
The NJs.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Dude, once I had a gym class in high school. There were 4 John P's in one.
That's funny. I like that. That's pretty funny.
Okay, so who's gonna be on this team? John P, and to round it out, John P.
The John P's.
It's pretty good.
Did you guys ever have a fight to see who was the strongest?
The strongest John P.
But I wish we did.
Yeah.
I would have lost.
Only one. They can only be one. Like shit.
I only ever met one ever D'Angelo in school, and I didn't want. I was very young at the time, so I didn't want to fight him. He was like a few years older than me, so I just kind of looked up to him. I was like, "Oh, that's all the D'Angelo I could ever be."
Okay. There was another Al Tariq in my grade until I was in 8th grade, and he was my cousin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also have
somebody named Tarek. I'm just curious.
What?
Have you ever met somebody named Tarek?
No, I don't think that's an actual name.
No,
I think.
no,
that name is real.
Oh, that
I know
sucks.
somebody named Tarek.
Damn.
That sucks. I don't know that man. Sorry to that man.
Why you gotta destroy that man's livelihood like that? Damn.
Because it sucks. It's a dumb name. I knew a Tyreek. I knew a Tyree. I knew mad Tyrees actually.
Tyree.
Huh? Tyree. Tyree. That's a really common name.
Yeah, Tyree.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. My chemistry teacher in high school, she said she knew a guy in college named Tarak. And I was like, okay, what that got to do with me?
That's an N64 character.
That's a boss that nobody could beat.
Bro, that's a microaggression.
Rock Johnson.
Yeah, she would tell me that when she would say my name wrong. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, okay, stop doing it. I know you're sorry. Stop it.
Here's a weird one. I have an uncle and a cousin with the exact same first and last name as me, and one of them is an actor, and one of them is like a pretty popular studio musician who runs an instrument company. And so like if you Google my name, I'm like the last person to come up. There's like two other versions of me.
I gotta if you it's rough. If you actually it used to happen a lot. It's not gonna happen anymore because time passed and I'm older. But like for a minute, if you Googled me, an article would come up about an Al Tariq Harris that was killed. And
this story.
Yeah, you told us.
And he was my age. He was 21, and the whole year I was 21, even 22. I was getting niggas was screenshotting and sending it to the group chat. Oh my god, I almost had a heart attack. Fam, stop.
Wait, his name was actually Al Tariq.
Yeah, Harris. spelled exactly the same.
No way.
The creepiest part about it was that it was my hometown too. So
Oh my
it
god,
was like,
Dude.
You said my
Yeah.
head. Why did your city pop up right
Uh-huh.
after?
what did you say? What did you just say?
Well, after, let me type it dead afterwards and see if it comes up.
No! How did you don't do that?
Hey, Arthur is right here and he's fine.
Stop!
I want to see the article.
Why?
Quit telling
I
everybody.
told you what happened. It happened.
Okay, then I won't do it.
It's an actual person that passed away.
more
son.
than curiosity.
All right. Let's- Why don't we catch up on the chat for a second?
Wait, can I
Yeah,
say something really quick?
Sure.
I just want to say I gotta get off y'all because Legacy's about to come on and then I gotta do my stream. So I just want to the audience inviting y'all. If my stream is over and y'all still doing this, I'll probably hop back in.
All right.
But it was great speaking
Yeah,
to
it
y'all. Love you guys.
Yeah, I
Nice
love you,
hearing from you.
Ariana.
Bye.
Thanks for
All right.
popping in.
But y'all.
See ya.
That was Ariana Hook. Go subscribe to her. All everybody's links are in the description below. And also shout outs to Timothy Reviews Revival for the $1 super chat.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, real quick, Kevin just hit 1 million.
Oh, we talked about that.
We said
No,
yeah,
dang
we
it.
said that
Let's
before
talk about
you.
it again because it's super fucking cool.
I wasn't here.
Oh, you suck.
I won't. It's funny because man told me and it's like the stream's gonna be at 7. I was like, I've been awake all day, so when I wake up, I'll join. And I woke up exactly at 7:15.
Damn.
That's powerful.
D'Angelo always, whenever D'Angelo misses something, it's because he was napping.
That's true.
D'Angelo's sleep schedule is gross.
Yeah.
D'Angelo's ruined my life a couple times because he was asleep. Actually, it's like, yo, wake up, and he's.
Hats off to naps.
You can't think it's so laughing.
That's something.
Catching
Well,
up on the.
I missed it, but I can still say congratulations to Kevin.
Yeah, congratulations.
And Tom and Shane.
And yeah.
And Tom and Shane.
Tom and Shane.
Tom,
Of course.
I wasn't trying to exclude. I just actually
We
know.
just know Kevin. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. We did talk about how none of us have talked to Shane before, but he seems like a
Right.
good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
haven't talked to Shane or Tom, but Tom did follow me a couple days ago, and he's pretty cool.
I think Tom might have.
Sounds a good dude.
I think
Yeah,
Tom might have followed me
yeah.
as well.
Sounds really cool, dude.
I assume they're good dudes. I mean, Kevin wouldn't work with them if they weren't good dudes.
That's very true. And if you know the kind of person Kevin is, then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Kevin's awesome. I FaceTime Kevin to congratulate him. I don't think I should. I don't think I can actually say what he said to me on stream, but
I'm happy for him.
yeah, me too. I'm happy for D'Angelo actually.
What?
Yeah,
like proud of me or just like happy I exist?
yeah.
Yes.
You feel me?
Because I'm like, what did this nigga do, like, other than wake up right today?
Yeah, I like that though. You don't like that? I like that.
bro, why you taking it to like Chance the Rapper shit? You know where he was like in that song where he's like, think about it. I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning.
You
I just want to say that shit. I woke up this
didn't.
morning. Like that's what he was saying.
I for sure didn't wake up this morning.
You think about that.
I woke up this night.
Just shut up.
Oh my god.
You ever think about the fact that you just don't have to wake up, but you did? Your homies didn't have. Your homies ain't have to wake up, but they did.
For you.
Yeah. It's actually because of me. Actually,
That I woke up.
I am life. Actually,
Where are we going?
if you really want to get to the skinny of it,
200K went to your head real quick.
I've been told y'all about how.
In before Tariq's this.
I've been told y'all about
Go
how
full
I got
Kanye.
when I got the 100,000 plaque. I brought it to campus, and I went to my roommates, and I was like, "There's gonna be some changes around here." There were no changes.
Bro, what? Bro, they had to look at you like, you don't get that bullshit out of here. Fuck you and your plaque. Like,
Yeah, that's how they was coming. Really,
I'm gonna start going to like stores. Just like he's like, how much is this gonna be? He's like, I don't know, give it 15. You just bring out the plaque. And how much? How much now?
My roommate.
I asked you, how much did it cost? You're like,
they go up.
It's like, oh, you're an influencer. That'll be $25.
And you gotta tweet it, or I'm calling the police.
Oh my god.
My roommates in college were cool because they didn't give a fuck about any of that, but they still watched every show and movie with me that I had to review. It was like I would put like Brandy and Mr. Whiskers on the TV in the living room, and they would pop in for an episode or two, and they would leave because they had the privilege to, and I just had to sit and watch the entire thing. But yeah,
you weren't side by side at all. It was just you.
Yeah, day or night. Niggas wasn't nose to nose.
They were definitely foes.
Minding their manners.
What the fuck?
We gonna talk later, bro.
Catching up on the chat. Harry on a Hook, $5 super chat.
Yeah.
Jaheim Johnson said earlier that there was 5 Jaheems in their freshman class and they hated it.
Jaheim's
5?
That's a lot.
Damn.
That sounds like the Golden Lords.
Honestly,
They were in deep.
Honestly, I would not put it past somewhere.
They
The Blueprint was also saying earlier that some guy on their bus in high school threw a burrito at a car and cracked the windshield.
That's pretty
What the fuck was in that burrito to be able to do that?
It was one of those Jimmy. It was one of those Jimmy Neutron burritos from the episode where they were like full of moon rocks.
Oh yeah, bro. I was trying to.
That was kind of a deep cut.
I know, bro. I was really. You finally gave me. You reminded me of that because I was like, wasn't there like a burrito idea someone had where it was like something was super hard inside of the burrito that it could hurt somebody, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, Jimmy Neutron.
Also earlier, Toon Crate said it's always some dude named Marquise though. So for a second, I thought it was the same dude.
It's Marquise, the Golden Lords. I feel like I bring up the Golden Lords a lot, and I don't think any of you guys know what that is.
I'm so upset that I said his name.
It's all right.
No, it's not. You.
I mean, nobody knows who exactly. You didn't give his last name.
Yeah,
so.
as long as it's not the full government.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean redacted?
Like, ain't nobody gonna people gonna look up for that name and be like, wait, there's like 1,000 of these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You mean person's name here?
I'm sorry.
It's Bree. Hey, Bree.
It's Bree.
Sorry to that man. I'm also sorry to the other person that has my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The dead one?
oh my god.
No, we have to believe
this.
Oh my god. Why did we go there?
Keeping it moving for a second.
Yeah.
Tariq seems to have a lot of existential moments.
Yeah, that's kind of just what my life is.
Just constant
existential moments in cartoons.
And Family Guy.
Yeah, I like how you don't call that a cartoon.
Yeah, Family Guy is isolated incident from the animation.
It's incident.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Actually, Family Guy. Hold on, let's talk about Family Guy for a second.
Oh my god! I mean,
Yeah. What?
This is man's stream.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Without thoughts. Let's talk about Kipo and the Wonder Beast.
What the? Look at where we going.
I'm here for that. Well, let's go.
You're still choosing for him.
Hey, who are you?
Tariq, you haven't watched a new cartoon since 2007. Why do you want to talk about Kipo?
Oh, that's true. Tariq doesn't watch cartoons.
Well, who are you?
What? No.
Who are you?
No.
Everybody.
Everyone, this is Bree Animator, our sister.
My sister. This is my sister, Bree Animator. She is the head of departments at Warner Brothers. She produces
The head of department.
Animaniacs.
If I recall correctly, it was her decision to make every reboot.
Right, and she is the head coordinator at the organization White and Nerdy, which
White and Nerdy. What are we doing?
Okay.
It's a collective of
Disrespect.
people. They're people that are just like they're a little too scared to join the neighborhood watch. But...
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Let's actually.
I got a dip.
Let's have her actually introduce herself.
Hey Brie, who are you and why do you love me?
Fire question.
That's a loaded question.
Am I sorry?
Thank you guys.
Y'all are making my head hurt.
Sorry.
Same old.
Oh, am I real? Oh, I'm doing that. Oh,
Yeah.
Who you is?
If you don't do it, I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Bree's
hi,
our
my
friend
name-
and we love her.
Yeah, that.
That's it.
That's the intro.
That could be it. To be honest.
I mean, just to
Yeah,
add a
my
little,
name-
to add a little caveat to it. Recently, I was hacked by Bruce Smith in our Discord, and he found out that Bree was talking shit about Proud Family, and so he fired her, and then she moved over to Moon Girl.
What are you doing?
Tune for Thought just sent a super chat, $5. Keep up the great work, all of you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thanks, Toon. For thought,
For thought?
I have to point that out because I'm like,
I ain't give you nothing but a Coke and a smile.
what is with all the deep cuts tonight? Shit.
Now he's been saying that for a bit.
It's pretty good.
I don't remember him saying a Coke and a smile.
Yeah, he's definitely said that for a while. He's been saying that for a while.
Did that a couple days ago.
Going back to the chat from earlier, the Blueprint said earlier that watching Mansers is a solid start to a friendship.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, you was scrolling all the way up. I remember when they sent that.
Everyone that was
I'm just catching us all up.
Everyone that watched that Mansers, we share blood now. Like,
like a pact.
yes,
Fucking hoot.
for sure a blood pack.
Living in the blood pact.
Well, we're gonna watch more, but we're gonna watch it drunk.
Right.
And way earlier this evening, Folded Potato said, "Imagine being baked and watching Soul."
Soul?
Soul.
I feel like you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel like you're
I
dead.
don't want to imagine that.
I think that wouldn't they really only do anything during like certain parts of the movie?
Probably in like the great before sequences, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, all those like character designs and weird like texturings and such are probably gonna throw you for a big loop.
I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
If I saw Soul while I was
time,
high,
be like, what the fuck, the cat talking?
What do you say, Jake?
Think about a cat talking.
Oh yeah, the cat did talk.
if I saw Soul while I was high, I probably would have fell asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. I don't want to watch that.
It was a good movie, though. I liked it.
Yeah, it's alright.
I watched it Christmas morning. It was nice.
Oh, did it come out Christmas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah.
Did we talk on Christmas, or was it
No.
the day after?
The day after.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
What?
Who's Johnny? I don't know who you are. Who are you?
Well, you gotta tell him who you are.
Me? I still have to do that?
He doesn't know you.
Yeah, all they know is the made up shit me and Tariq just came up with. That's all they know now.
It wasn't made up. We're really related.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's my big sister too.
Yeah, you
Hey,
know,
Bria,
like
I'm
who-
Johnny. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice
Thing
to be
is-
met. I don't know what else to say.
The thing is, Bree, you met him when we were watching Mansers because you were
Nah.
there.
She didn't say
Well, that's
anything.
what I said, man. I was not paying attention. I'm tired. I have
She-
work at night.
She DM'd. She actually like hit me the next day and was like, "So there were like new people there, right?" Yes. Yes. Yes, there were.
We had that argument about branding, and I was like, I was confused.
Oh yeah, because we had because I don't think they understand. Me and Bree had a whole conversation about the branding thing separately, and then I like wake up and I see that it's in the server again, and I was like, "What are you doing?" that's why I was acting like that, because I was like, "So we talked about this yesterday."
Man, I don't. What's Bree to me? Bree's like a cousin who might as well be a sibling. That fight a lot.
That's a weird like fucking assessment.
That's just how I feel that.
Like, yeah, you're a cousin that's like a sibling.
You're like a really close cousin.
I'll take it.
I'm like, why not just say, yeah, you're a sibling then? Why come up with semantics?
Bree does give off that big sister energy. And I do want to. We will fight one day, but not today.
Okay.
Today is not this day.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I see Bree and Mary in person. I'm gonna drop kick her.
You can take your cousin's boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
But you can't take your sisters. You can take your cousins.
I'm gonna see Bree in the distance. She's gonna wave. I'm gonna be running. She's like, "Oh, he's excited to see me," and I'm gonna jump.
Nah. It's gonna be like a build up. It's gonna be like a build up.
And then I'm gonna like.
It's either going to be that or like an anime.
What'd you say?
An anime scene.
I said I'm gonna open the door like to step out of my apartment, and you're gonna like be running towards the door in the distance. I'm gonna fucking slam the door.
Nigga foot gonna go through the door.
Now you got kicked in your chest.
Wait, Johnny, do
Chop,
you
chop,
do
chop.
YouTube too? Are you? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
don't
do.
know.
No, it's cool. I do YouTube. I work in production in LA, but I'm kind of moving into YouTube full time. That's my thing
Wait,
now.
where are
so.
you? Wait, production? Me too. Where are you at?
Well, my job literally just ended last week. The whole thing got shut down. So so now I'm moving into YouTube. But I was at a place in Burbank called Caffeine, which is like an up and coming Twitch competitor. Probably gonna crash and burn, but that's okay.
Caffeine. Yeah, I know Caffeine.
But yeah, that's me. Yes, I've been doing that for like 8 years, and started a YouTube channel a few years ago, and it's kind of blowing up now. So now I'm like, well, instead of looking for a new job, I'm gonna do this.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Hey Bree,
What?
he's pretty good.
Pretty good. Sorry, I was looking up the thing, and I'm like, where is this? You said Burbank, and that's like.
That's where we were, and then when quarantine started, they literally gave up the studio space because we weren't going in anymore.
Oh, I see.
But that's where we were. We were right in Burbank, not like downtown Burbank, but close.
Oh man,
Okay.
black people love Caffeine because they were.
I know what you're talking about. Not in like the cool area where like the AMC and stuff is. You know, there's a Batman there now.
There's
Like-
a Batman at the
There's
AMC.
a Batman. So my
Like a
boyfriend and
dude?
I were like, you know, my boyfriend and I were there. We wanted to go get some ice cream, and you know how the big AMC is there, right? So like,
Yeah,
it's just
one
a
of the 3
Batman-
AMCs in Burbank.
The 3.
Damn.
Three?
There are
yeah,
3
there's
within 2
Burbank
blocks.
is not
Within
large enough
2
to support
blocks.
3 AMCs. Like,
No, but it
seriously.
is.
It's like the 3. There's the big one that
It
like
can't
there's
be.
the big one in the middle, and then there's
Look it
the
up.
small one that's near where Hooters used to be.
That's
And
pretty
then
good.
there's one tucked away, like hidden next to the Oh crap! Where? Oh no,
There's-
and then there's one in the mall.
Yeah, there's one in the mall and one below the Barnes and Noble. They're like the secret ones.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the Barnes and Noble one is the secret one by the Hooters. Well, Hooters.
that feels the Barnes and Noble being next to the Hooters looks like that image of like they're picking up the book or whatever, or they're putting down the book and they're walking and they're slowly wearing skimpier clothing or whatever.
Oh, the stupid fucking meme.
Yeah, that meme.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that
It's
is.
just, like,
However
obnoxious,
it
like,
goes.
Batman statue though, like it's just in front of the big AMC, and we were like, why is it Batman though?
Is it like a statue of Batman? What is it?
It's just a statue of Batman.
Oh, I
Next
thought
time
it
you
was-
go to downtown Burbank, go over there by the AMC. You know, back where like Steak and Shake was, and
Yeah,
you'll just
yeah.
see this Batman statue. Just he's just standing there looking all mighty and triumphant. And my boyfriend and I were like, why? Like, what?
I thought you were saying that it was just like a nigga that just post up outside.
Like someone, like someone's just
I'm about to hit the clock.
like someone's just dressed up as Batman.
This is like Michael Jackson.
Just
There,
like
There's
just like a vigilante.
Yeah, Michael Jackson thing. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Well, there's literally a guy at that exact place who does that, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't be out of place.
That's pretty good.
I just posted the photo. And
Oh, I see it.
there
This
it is.
kind of sucks actually.
And it's like in the middle of everything. That is
Yeah.
bizarre.
It sucks actually. I kind of hate this. Can I delete this?
I love that they installed it during quarantine too.
Let me get this out of here. Suck that. I don't even want that in there. Now you know. I knew.
Cool.
I knew about caffeine because they at one point they were hosting the battle rap stuff.
Oh, that's why I got fired, because that's the only thing that's working for them. So
Really?
yeah.
That's fucking funny.
They're just going all in on the URL rap battle stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Wait till my brother gets home. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
rest in
Now I'm
peace.
unemployed. So
Well, nah, because you get to watch King of the Hill and Futurama all day. That's
yeah,
all.
but I was doing that before, so
That's pretty true. Yeah, that's awesome.
No, it's cool. I was very fortunate that like just the last few months things have really picked up with my channel. So like it's not unreasonable for me to just be like, well, this is what I'm gonna do now. See how it goes.
Nice little cushion, and you got like sponsorships pretty fast too.
Yeah, that it was pretty much like right when that happened. I was like, oh shoot, this is maybe a thing I could do. And so
That's awesome.
yeah, it's cool. But before I was working from home and doing that job at Caffeine and doing all the YouTube stuff. So literally everything I was making on YouTube, I was saving, which felt good. I was like, this is great. And now there's a lot more pressure because it's just like, oh, I need this to pay my rent now. So it feels different.
That's cool. You can monetize though the thing that you're doing on the side, which is now becoming full time. Like, I can't monetize what I'm doing on the side. Well, I guess I could, but I can't fully get paid like all of the money that because sorry, you're not what I'm doing, Johnny. In addition to being a coordinator in animation, I also am a co-founder of an organization that advocates for Black people trying to get jobs in the animation industry.
Oh, cool.
And, we are working on becoming a nonprofit organization. So, with a nonprofit, like I can't legally like get really paid for it.
Right.
And even then, like if we take donations like through Ko-fi or what have you, after a certain point, like that money is going to get taxed, and that money wouldn't really go in my pocket anyway. It would go towards equipment for, because we also like we're we're also partially a podcast, so like would go towards equipment for podcasting, equipment for like maintaining our site and things like that. So,
that's cool though. That's way more admirable than me talking about Futurama for 20 minutes at a time. So
a scoop.
It gets tiring. It gets tiring though. Like, not tiring like like tiring, but like exhausting in the sense of like doing your 9 to 5, then you're doing like a thing on the side.
That is me working and then having a YouTube channel. Yep.
Yeah. See, Kiki knows.
Yeah, that was me.
what-
The Walmart shit. I fucking hate Walmart.
Yeah, that's what it felt like for me for a while. But like, I was kind of fortunate with quarantine because once we moved to working from home, two things happened. One, I didn't have to go into an office anymore, and two, I changed shows, and the work I had to do on the show was way less, and nobody knew that because we were all working from home. So I had more time to very fortunately be able to focus on my channel, which was like, and it was, but before that it was like, I was going to work 10 hours a day and then doing videos, and it's
I hope you
so
clocked in
exhausting.
those 2 hours of overtime.
Well, we were contractors for 2 years, which is technically illegal.
Ooh,
Shit.
damn.
Yeah.
Wait. So I do have a question for Johnny. So when you do videos like the Hank and Bobby one or like the Dale one or something, is it just like a, how do I ask this? Is it like a memory thing almost? Do you remember essential episodes and then go and revisit, or do you like, how do you even? Because I like watch those and I'm like, how the fuck does he like know which ones to think about and like?
So within the last couple of years, I watched through King of the Hill again. Once it hit Hulu, I was like, oh, I'm watching all of this. And so it's a little bit fresh in my memory. So there are definitely some episodes where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this one, those I want to revisit. But honestly, mostly what I do is I go through the list on Hulu and I click ones that sound like they're focused on those characters or those relationships, and I just watch them. And I literally, like, as many as there are, I watch through all of them, and I literally go season 1 through 13 and take notes, and then I and then I try to figure out what, some sort of common theme or some sort of pattern or something to focus on for the video, and then I just script it out. Usually the research for those King of the Hill videos takes a while, and then the scripting usually takes a couple days. But that takes a little bit more work than like Futurama, because Futurama is one where I have more of a like encyclopedic knowledge. I know that show too well.
Got it. I always wondered that, because especially like I've been thinking about doing something similar just with Brian Griffin, and I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I was like, I know I've seen all these episodes, but I don't know where the fuck to start. Like,
I mean,
just watch them all. Yeah.
I mean, you kind of could start. I don't know. Some to consider like the way Brian started off, like as sort of the straight guy, the guy who, like, is the rational one, but then eventually he becomes irrational and doing gross shit. People start.
Yeah, nah, you're right. And the interesting thing of it sounds like I'm fucking memeing, but I swear to God, I'm not. The interesting thing about not necessarily Family Guy, it's just really Brian. The interesting thing about Brian is that like it's extremely gradual. Like he actually like has character development, because there's an era of Family Guy where, like, I was just talking to my brother about this earlier. Like, you know how like King of the Hill, right? Megalomart explodes, Luann's hair burns off, and you watch her hair grow back. Peggy falls out of the plane, her bones are broken. Next few episodes, she's going to physical therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that type of stuff happens in King of the Hill a lot. There's an era of Family Guy where stuff like that happens and people don't realize it, but it does. Like Peter loses his job, so then he gets really depressed.
He changes his job a bunch, doesn't he?
Yeah, and but I watched him in order recently, and there's a thing going on. He loses his job, then he starts to work. Like him and Brian go outside because Lois is like, "My nigga, you gotta find something." And they go outside, and then like they see like fishers, so he becomes a fisherman for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then
that lasted a while.
It did, but not actually. It only lasted like 4 or 5 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, and then
it was like a while.
It did. That's why I was surprised when I watched them in order. But then he couldn't afford it anymore or something, so he had to leave. And then like he ended up getting a job at the brewery, and he just kind of stays there. But that they do that with Brian. Brian, there's like a Jillian arc. Y'all remember Jillian?
Yeah, I remember Jillian.
The on-and-off girlfriend.
Yeah, the dumb, the blonde one.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Right. There's like a whole arc with Jillian, and like the stuff with Jillian, you slowly watch Brian become a bad person, because what happens with Jillian is that Brian, how do I describe this? Brian realizes, because Brian was always, the joke with Brian, right, was that he was the only person in the house that functioned like a human, and he was a dog. And but Brian realizes, being with Julian, oh wait, I might be the shit, because I thought everybody in this house was stupid, but she's stupid too, so I might be smarter than everybody.
Uh-oh.
And
that goes to his head.
that it definitely goes to his head, and that becomes like the reason their relationship ends up failing. And then like when he kind of realizes it and he tries to fix it and go back, she already moved on. So then he's like, fuck it. And that's just kind of who he is for the rest of the time. Yeah.
You should do a video on that for sure.
I want to. I just like I don't know. That's why I asked that question, because it's like you're really, really good at that. And I always wonder, I'm like, how the fuck does he do that? Like, I know he doesn't watch the whole fucking show before every video. There's no way.
Every time you watch,
yeah. It's like, all right, I'm gonna do another King of the Hill
season binge.
Yeah.
Johnny never sleeps. He just has King of the Hill going on loop forever.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like Clockwork Orange.
And I love King of the Hill, but I can't remember episodes like I remember episodes, but I can't like have that as King of the Hill for some reason just isn't one of those shows where I can have that encyclopedia knowledge for.
I knew a kid in school who could do that.
Yeah.
Like he would know like it was for Justice League, and he would know like season and episode number. Like the way he would talk about shit was crazy. He'd be like, he was like, oh yeah, and like at season 4, like episode 105. I'm like, what?
I can definitely sense that for sure.
Yeah, I had that with Futurama. Like if you named the plot of a Futurama episode, I could guaranteed tell you the name of that episode for like a lot of years of my life. I'm not as good as it anymore, but back then.
I can definitely do that with Danny Phantom. That's like the only show I can do that with, though.
Nice.
How do we feel about Futurama when it like is HD?
I think it's less consistent, but there's still some really good episodes. It definitely was not as good though.
I have no memory of this.
I'm rolling.
I never watched a lot of that season, but I would catch up. I would catch the episodes people would tell me to go see. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But when they came back,
yeah, when they came back.
I remember that season. It did start off like mega rough. And it was, and like you said, Johnny, when they did that, the late Philip J. Fry episode, that's when it like really picked itself up.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
I think that's a good one.
I think for the most part, I see those first few episodes as like them sort of footing themselves, and you know, it's like, okay, we're gonna try to be a bit raunchier in a sense, you know, and see how we feel about that, since. Because Futurama was coming into an age where raunch crap was really trying to pop off, you know.
That's true.
And so I think they were just like, let's test this out and see how we feel. And then they were like, oh, this is actually kind of gross, and I don't like having to do this. I mean, now this is speculating, so maybe they didn't think like this. So you know, as to quote wise man, don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit.
Like easy guys.
Hey, Jabril's in the chat.
What? No, not the actual Jabril. No way. It is. Yeah. Wow.
and he's under the Weaklings account too.
Jeez.
If y'all haven't watched the Weaklings, go sub to them. Go sub.
Jabril is an enigma.
Every time Jabril shows up, it's the funniest thing.
It's so funny.
I'll never forget the day the night that Waymond and I met Jabril. It was like 2 years ago. I don't even know if he remembers, but it was like 3 years ago. Crap, it's 2021. 3 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
We were we were outside of the Story Tavern bar, because we had just migrated from a mixer at Cartoon Network, and it like had moved over to this bar, and yeah, I was really anxious being in the bar because I was like, it's so loud in here. I don't know anybody. I'm gonna leave, and then see a bunch of black dudes outside just kind of talking, and I'm like, oh, that's where the black people are. I'm gonna go. So it's him, Waymond, and some other dude that I don't know, and then we all just start talking, and that was the first night I met Waymond.
Yeah. And Jabril. Your story kind of.
I said you. I said Waymond too.
I know, but you started the story how I met Jabril, and you ended with that's how I met Waymond.
True.
All right.
That's how I met him the first time, but I don't think I've seen him in person since.
Well, he says he remembers that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jabril, I think you were teaching us about like how to use
Drugs.
no, teaching us
Damn.
We gonna talk later,
California,
D'Angelo.
lesson number 1: how to use drugs.
Talk later.
He
You
was
bro,
teaching
Kobe.
us about the importance of like social media and utilizing hashtags and like putting your work out there. And Wayman and I were like, yes, get it
Yeah,
now.
take that.
Mm.
Yeah, write that down.
Write
Write that down, Wayne.
Jabril seems pretty cool.
Story Tavern's a nice bar. Y'all should go there. D'Angelo, take it over when you get
Dude, that bar.
I for sure will.
You say Johnny?
So that bar is great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
here. You can fart on the
What?
you can fart in the area that Walt likes to sat at.
Oh. Wow. Look at where she look at where Bree takes it.
And like fart
I might.
right where Walter farted.
Why you want us to fart on your boss's fart grave?
I'm about farting. I might like that shit.
And
on
they
fire.
Martin making his butt joke.
Well, it's just
Can
like a
you-
little. It's like you can get the table where Walt liked to sit. So it's like a lot of like animators also like leave drawings and stuff on that
See?
that particular seat.
I thought you meant they were going over there to suck up his bad man juices. Yeah. Soak it in, everybody.
He's like, yeah. He's like, where you want to sit? I want to sit in Walt's table. There you go. That's it.
Let's soak it in, everybody.
I
No.
Yeah, I can feel the prejudice flowing into me.
Yeah.
The prejudice.
Someone bring me 5 cartons of cigarettes.
No unions.
D'Angelo, that's 100 cigarettes.
I know.
That's 5 cartons. That's way more than 100 cigarettes.
That is several hundred cigarettes.
Somebody get me a marketable character to
He
steal.
he just woke up. I'm gonna steal.
Somebody designed my greatest creation for me.
And didn't give me the money.
I will pay you nothing.
Now, if you need me, I'll be swindling Mary Poppins.
I won't even give you exposure, please. Somebody please help me save Mr. Banks. I have to save Mr. Banks.
Someone get behind Mr. Banks and I'll push.
If you need me, I'll be ignoring union labor laws.
Yeah. Bree took it to the deep cut.
There's a
If
whole
you need
club of
me-
people who do that.
If you need me, I'll be making sure to call my coworkers communists at the McCarthy trials.
Someone find me no more than one black person.
Wait,
Oh my God.
wait, they want
No more than.
money? What is this money you speak of?
Money.
I don't know what that is.
Lloyd Norman's the only one we need. We don't need any more.
Yeah.
No, says the man in Washington. No, says.
If anybody asks us, I drew Mickey Mouse on the bus to Kentucky.
I chose Splash Mountain.
Somebody give me a pen and paper, and I'm not gonna do anything with it. I swear to God.
My employees drew Mickey Mouse doing what?
Get him out of here. Everybody get out. Everybody get fired.
What do you mean you got patted on the butt and you
Bring him
didn't
in, I
like
wanna
it?
talk to them.
Oh.
Bro, what are you talking about? You just sat down. All you did was just sit in the seat for 2 minutes. What are you talking about? I'm Walt. Cool. Got it. Good. Hey, if you're over here, I'm gonna be Frank Thomas over here if you need me.
Only on this stream do you get us just ripping Walt Disney for a good solid 10 minutes.
If y'all want more, hit the cash app. Send the cash app.
Get the uncut. Get to pick up the LP.
Hey, y'all send the cash app. I will DM you Walt Disney slander if you send the cash app.
Make it like a daily. Make it like a daily text thing.
Yeah, someone did cigarette math for us.
Do
4,000
cigarette math.
cigarettes.
All right, man, what was putting that down in like a half a day?
It's pretty good, yeah.
That hurts to think about. That's too many cigarettes.
It is.
That is way too many cigarettes.
He would just.
That's how much he smoked. Like,
And Hank made Bobby smoke them all.
He did.
That was actually kind of fucked up.
It was.
I mean, but that was part of like the bad season of fucking King of the Hill, which was literally the first season. That's the funny thing about it.
He made him smoke them all.
Yeah.
I do like at the end of that episode though when they're all just fiending for cigarettes. It was kind of funny. Yeah.
You guys sound addicted. That was good.
You want to smoke a cigarette? Smoke all the cigarettes.
I like when Hank was doing the tricks though. Pretty keen, huh?
Pretty keen. I was watching The Simpsons a couple days ago, and it was the Treehouse of Horror where like Homer sells his soul for a donut, and he goes to hell.
That's a good one.
And then he's like, all right, you want a donut, nigga? We gonna give you all the donuts. And he literally eats all the donuts. He's like, more.
They're like shoveling them into his mouth.
Yeah.
And they were like baffled. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Like
that
was supposed to be an eternity's worth of donuts.
No, they got so mad that they kicked him out of hell. They sent him home.
What I love about that episode is that they made Ned Flanders the devil.
It's for he says always the people you least suspect.
Yes.
Also, welcome Black Geeky Girl who's kind of
Hi.
snuck in here.
Yeah, I might leave because of geeking actually.
Oh,
Wow.
What's up, Kiki?
Equivalent exchange.
Hi, Geeky.
Yes,
Hello,
Geeky. Pretty good exchange.
Hello.
Hey, Geeky.
Hi.
What'd you bring me?
My presents.
There you go.
Presents.
Presents? What's in it?
Her presence.
Geeky, I want to see you fight everybody more.
You want to see Geeky fight everyone?
Yeah.
I don't actually.
Hey, everybody.
I'd take Geeky down. Hey, Kayla.
Yeah.
all right, it's
Yo.
Nanero.
Ooh, if Geeky and Bree both came at me, I could like throw Geeky at Bree.
What are you talking about?
What?
What are you talking about?
I was thinking about fighting
What are you
everyone.
doing?
Well, I am the shortest one here.
He's talking about throwing women.
Oh no.
How do we get there?
What?
Okay, I'll just grab Geeky in my arms and give her a hug.
And that's when I come from behind and suplex you both.
Jesus Christ.
Dick.
I don't think
Jesus
Jed,
Christ.
D'Angelo, I don't think Jed would like if you trying to fight Bree.
Once I get rid of Bree, then Jed's free.
Wow.
Like, I
Free.
Jed.
He called Jed free.
Yes, man.
I
Her
win.
attack free is
Jed's,
free.
Look at
Jed's
what he-
mine.
Look at what he's doing.
D'Angelo, we actually won't talk later.
I'm literally gonna go to like one night. I'm just gonna go to bed and then I'm gonna see D'Angelo in my place and I'm gonna be like, oh.
Don't worry, I'll be there to protect you. Like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna be there with two. I'm gonna be there with two swords. And I'm gonna give you one.
That's called D'Angelo.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, and,
Points are in order.
oh, and about that Treehouse of Horror episode, that is the first Treehouse of Horror episode I had on DVD because I had season 5 on DVD. That's gonna be my first DVD, so I just find out a really special episode for me.
It rocks.
Yes.
That's a good one.
No, that episode is like them. I heard the Real Gems talk about it, and I think he's absolutely right. I think that is the greatest looking Simpsons episode ever.
Yeah.
Because everybody in this call makes fun of me because of how I watch media, but like if we watch something animated, like you'll just hear me mumble. It's a good drawing.
It's a good drawing.
No, but like the drawings in that Treehouse of Horror are so good that I didn't speak the whole episode because I could. There's no way you could point them all out. They're like
You overheated.
I might rewatch that tonight. That's a good one.
they're really it's because it's directed by David Silverman, who's my favorite Simpsons director. He has like his drawing style is really specific. His and like I guess like Brad Bird does a lot of really nice stuff, and it's Simpson stuff too. But
I
like,
don't know who that is.
yeah, of course you don't. You don't. I don't think you know what a cartoon is actually.
He's talking.
Well, no, I know what they are. I just hate them.
At least he's honest about it.
That's true.
Yeah, it's really nice looking. I highly recommend just looking at it. You could just honestly, it's really funny, but honestly, you could just mute it and look at it. It's that good. You'll be really entertained just looking at it.
I like stuff like that when you can watch it without that.
Thanks, actually.
Does everyone have a favorite Treehouse of Horror like segment?
Segment?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
All right.
It might be the shinning.
The
shinning's
so
really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And the audible shinning. You mean shining? Shh. You want to get sued?
Oh man, the shinning might actually be because that it's so it's like so quotable and so good. It's so funny.
It's tight, and they tell
Right?
the whole story somehow in like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
That was the first way I ever consumed The Shining. I knew everything about The
Same.
Shining just because of
Yeah,
that,
me too.
that
Yeah.
7-minute Simpsons segment.
That's for
Same.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, beer, no TV, make Homer go something.
Go crazy?
Don't mind if I do.
You don't know how hard I laughed when I was like freaking like 12 and I checked it out from the library and I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
The terrified Mars scream is hilarious, by the way.
I think I had that on VHS. I had a bunch
Ooh,
of Simpsons
cool.
VHSs when I was
Wait,
younger.
was the VHS yellow?
No, it wasn't.
Missed opportunity.
Oh,
Missed
Wait,
opportunity.
the Simpsons VHS tapes be yellow?
Nah, it's just a
No,
missed
not the ones that I
opportunity.
had.
Oh,
I think
oh,
they were.
yeah.
The only colored VHS tapes I remember distinctly were the VeggieTales VHS tapes, which were they were colored like ass green. That's
Yeah,
the only way.
I have some of those.
I know
had
that.
a
Like,
Michael
the-
Jackson
like,
Tapes are orange.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
the Nickelodeon one.
I'm pretty sure the Esther one was one of the colored VeggieTales tapes.
Sailor Moon VHS tapes were white.
Oh, they were.
That's gangster. I like that. That's
So were the
gangster.
so were the Barney ones.
I thought you were gonna say barnyard, and I almost freaked out.
No.
Me too. God, if we could get like Barnyard on VHS, that would make me so happy. That's just something I want.
No, there has Barnyard.
No,
No.
no.
Wait,
The
wait a minute,
last
the-
Nickelodeon movie was the SpongeBob movie that got VHS.
I have that on VHS.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Wasn't that one yellow? Or was that like orange?
There were
The
some
SpongeBob
some yellow ones, weren't there?
They were.
No,
They
I
weren't? They weren't?
had like some SpongeBob tapes, and they were
No,
either
I'm not saying
orange.
all of them. I'm saying wasn't one of them yellow?
No,
Those
no,
should
I,
be
I
yellow.
really don't. I don't think they had any of them yellow.
I know Nickelodeon gave up after a while, and like
Yeah, with the orange tapes.
yeah, I had some black all grown ups.
Yeah, I had like
Yeah,
black all
they
grown
did
ups,
give
and I
up.
think black SpongeBob's.
But I didn't know that there were some Barney's like tapes that were like colored because
Yeah, they're white.
Yeah, they were just white. They were just
Oh.
simple white. Like it could have been purple, since he's, that's how
Yeah.
people recognize him. But they were like,
it was like white with like a there was like a little purple border on like the label.
that
I
don't
remember I had some
count.
Barney tapes and mine were black.
What do you say, Brie?
The movie about that like egg, was that a color?
No.
Egg?
Because I have that one. It wasn't good.
Wait, I have a question.
I love
Did
that
any
movie.
of you guys grow up watching a Easter cartoon called I think it was called The Three Trees?
No.
3 trees?
No.
Wait,
The
Easter?
three
Like,
trees.
wait, what, it was like Easter trees? I want. What's?
But I'm searching it up
What the fuck?
because I want to see if this is like a thing that other people experience or it was just a weird thing that was a part of my family. It was called The Legend of the Three Trees.
That was based off a book.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I have the book. For some reason, because my family is insane, we have a paperback copy of the book, a large hardback copy of the book, a board book with a DVD included, and a VHS of it.
Your family is insane.
Oh, wait, Kayla, I have seen this because I recognize this squirrel.
You recognize the squirrel.
Not
like,
the titular
watch,
three trees.
when you watch a movie, sometimes certain things stick out to you. You know.
You know what? We actually might talk later.
Mine.
You're working on a squirrel. I like that. It's pretty good.
What was I saying?
We were just talking about
VHSs?
the
Barney movie. I love the Barney movie.
No, the Treehouse of Horror segments. Like, which ones were our favorites?
I think I think for sure it's The Shining for me. Like
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
My favorite is Citizen Kang.
Oh, that one is good.
That one's good too.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That might be second favorite.
It's really good.
My favorite one is the one where they went on like Jerry Springer or something, because I thought that was the most hilarious.
Oh, that's later.
I know.
But that was still funny because like I remember that segment when they were like on doing the Jerry Springer shit, and like Kang was cursing. He's like beep beep beep, your mama.
That's why it's one of my favorite, because it's so hilarious.
So stupid.
I know,
Oh my god,
it is stupid.
guys. I'm sorry. Someone in the chat just mentioned the Gospel of Saint Bernard, and that is such a crazy specific memory I have, because it wasn't a DVD. It was like an audiobook that came in a DVD case, and it had like coloring sheets and really catchy songs, and I would literally
I thought
pay.
you were gonna say Laserdisc or something.
Sounds like it sucks.
Laserdisc.
Oh my god.
Laserdisc.
I got so scared for a second. I was like, yeah, Laserdisc.
Was it
on this 10-inch Laserdisc from 1998?
Ooh, Saint Bernard looked. Oh wait, I recognize this logo. I know it's Saint Bernard.
Jesus.
I watched a lot of like Christian stuff growing up.
Thanks, actually.
Oh,
Got a super chat from Namu Zed, $5 Canadian. There are so many things on VHS is lost to time. Pepper Ann partially is still in that zone.
Pepper Ann super lost.
Yeah, it
Can't
is.
do the video.
Yeah,
What the hell is the
thanks for the
prayer bear?
Canadian $5.
I need HD Pepper Ann to do the video. I can't do it.
He's weak.
But
I'm very weak.
That's never gonna exist.
No, don't say that, Johnny. Come on.
You think they're gonna retroactively upscale it?
Watch when the only reason I haven't just ripped the band-aid off and done it is because I swear my luck is I drop the video, and then it gets on Disney Plus the next week, and and I'm stuck.
At this point, you might as well just redraw it yourself. Just trace it.
Yeah, just reanimate Pepper Ann.
Holy fuck, it's on Amazon Music? Hell yeah.
What were you saying, Johnny?
I found like a decent rip of the first 2 seasons. It's still standard def, and it also has Toon Disney branding on it. But
that's actually that's probably the best for me, because I like it that way.
That's probably the one that everybody keeps sending me.
Yeah,
right.
They're like, "Oh, look, I got it, son." I'm like, "Oh, it could be better though. Maybe."
It's the same reason you didn't do Buzz and Maggie, which is weird because Buzz and Maggie's Flash, so it should be.
That's what pisses me off. Like,
it should be easy to convert.
it. But like, I don't even. I think I looked it up. I don't.
We asked the dude.
Did he ever answer?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, right. Because me and D'Angelo do a lot of stupid stuff, and the people never answer. We remember when we tried to talk to the. Didn't we at the Eight Crazy Nights dude?
Oh, he responded.
He did.
Yeah.
Seth Kearsley.
Yeah.
It just took a while.
Dude, he's a good dude. I hit him up when I was working at Nerdist about the Kingdom Hearts pilot he did, and he answered all my questions and gave me like unreleased boards from it for a video I did.
Oh
shit.
We should. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Hit him up.
You want to do Eight Crazy Unplugged?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Eight Crazy Unplugged.
Honestly,
those nights are about to get crazier, son.
If me and D'Angelo get on a call with him, I swear to God, I'm just gonna ask him a lot of questions about Slacker Cats.
Why are you gonna ask about Slacker Cats?
Because he created it. Yeah, he created it. I love Slacker Cats.
Dude, you just gotta do a good job on the 8 Crazy Nights thing, and then you can do a follow-up on Slacker Cat.
Then me, him, and D'Angelo just start a podcast. It's awesome.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's fucking cool. It's just me and D'Angelo shouting like 8 Crazy Night jokes and Family Guy jokes at each other, and he's just like, "It was a fun board I did."
Little world.
Yeah. The fun little story, but I remember that. I remember Seth. You're Seth.
One episode
You
does not
laugh.
show up, and then you don't even know us.
What if you ask him about slacker cats and then it's like something he don't want to talk about?
Yeah, what if he like curses me out? It's pretty awesome.
He's super like jovial and like happy to see you until you say slacker cats and
What did you just say?
He like shattered the glass.
you hear it break over the car.
It breaks in my house.
But like
the glass shattering of him breaking in Kareem's house.
What about slacker cats?
Sort of chat sort of following up on the Pepper Ann thing. The ACZ said in chat, Pepper Ann has a restoration project where they found a lot of the episodes of Pepper Ann, and some of them are even in HD because it aired like that in Ireland. I can personally confirm that I have seen it run in Ireland on R22 one day on my international travels, but I can't speak. But I think in the episode I'm recalling was only 4x3. But
I don't need it. I don't need it in widescreen. I just need it.
But I can definitely say that it ran in Ireland, and there's probably a way you could someone out there needs to rip it if they still do it. I don't know if they still do it.
Pepper Ann was like cell animated and shit. I highly doubt it's widescreen, but I did kind of want it at least to look like the Proud Family.
Little crisper.
Yeah, that's really all it is.
Okay, guys, who would win in a fight? Bible Man or Devil Man?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Also Bible Man, because Bible Man's going through like 3 different transformations, and Devil Man only goes through like 1.
Sorry.
Well, also, too, Kayla, which Devil Man are you talking about? Are we talking about
I heard that,
yeah, you did. Are we talking about Yuasa? Are we talking about Yugo Nagai? Are we talking about Devil Man when he meets Devil Lady?
I love Devil Lady.
What are we talking about? There's too many. It's too many.
Okay.
So many variants.
Okay, how about every single Devil Man and Psycho Jenny? Just one Psycho Jenny, the really weird looking one with the fluffy hair. That's Psycho Jenny.
That depends. Is Bible Man aided by Cypher?
No, but he has Larry the Cucumber. No, he has
Larry or Larry Boy?
Yeah, Larry Boy.
Yeah, that's the question.
This is a different person.
Larry Bible Man versus every single incarnation of Devil Man and one weird looking Psycho Jenny. Who's gonna win?
Larry Boy does have unlimited plungers.
What you call me?
What the fuck is this fucking chat? Holy crap.
I don't want to spoil anything in Devil Man, so probably Bible Dude, just because God.
Just because God.
The heart of the human and the body of a devil.
Oh my god.
Devil Man. I miss that guy. Is he okay?
No. I'm not gonna talk about Devil Man right now on Man's
Okay.
stream.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was an episode of Bible Man, a lost episode where it's Bible Man versus Devil Man.
I'd watch that.
You would?
I would.
I actually made it. I'm sorry.
You make a lot.
Jeez.
I have a lot of time on my hands, actually.
Bible Man was always that elusive thing, for me when I was a kid, because I would always have everything else. I got the VeggieTales and the McGee and Me and all the other stuff, but I can never get Bible Man.
Did you ever watch The Horned Avenger?
What the fuck?
We've had this conversation. You know I haven't.
We did.
Yeah, because he looks like a cereal mascot. He looks like a dentist mascot.
What
When you brought it up, I made the innuendo. D'Angelo said no.
That is a weirdly proportional character.
That is literally how I remember certain conversations.
I made exactly 2
right.
minutes of a Bible Man video and then I stopped.
Just a minute over 8.
It would be cool if there was this is a different conversation. I don't want to co-opt Man's thing.
I mean, we're literally just chilling vibe, but there's nothing off limits to talk about.
No, it says schedule.
No, it's just that I made a tweet a while ago saying that it would be nice if there was genuine sounds super cheesy but kind of goofy and silly. Like Bible story like cartoons, like not in the vein of like VeggieTales or anything, but something that was like, you know how like modern cartoons like are just like unapologetically kind of like silly and like a kid can sit down and watch it and it's like not really like cringy. That's
Yeah.
what I would like.
That's VeggieTales.
Maria, I think you are looking for the show. There's 2 shows I can point you to. One, I think, is called Adventures in Booga Booga Land, and 2 is Friends and Heroes.
It's called what?
Adventures in Booga Booga Land.
Oh, he looks different now. When did the Horned Avenger
Why
get
does
jacked
that
like
sound
that?
like a microaggression.
Horn.
I thought you said Booga Booga. I was like, it was called.
This was drawn by a fetish artist. There's no
Also,
way around.
the
There's no.
I think
There's no way around it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's what happened.
I also like that this book is
the Horned Avenger, and I hate that. The Horned Avenger becomes the Horny Avenger.
Absolutely no way around it.
If the chat saw the picture I looked at, they would agree. Pepper Ann's mom's kind of cute. You're right.
She's too cool for
No.
I plead the fifth.
Jaheim Johnson in chat says, "What y'all know about Gerbert though?"
The baby? Like the.
No, I guess
That's
with
Gerber.
a T. I guess that's a thing.
Oh, Gerbert's that little dumpling looking thing. Didn't Brilla Moose talk about him?
I ain't never heard of that.
It's pretty weird looking.
Yeah, that's Friends and Heroes, and let me find.
I'm pretty sure
Advent-
I'm pretty sure Broom was
Looks
talking
like
about
something
Gerbert.
that I would see on Everything is Terrible on that YouTube channel.
What, Friends and Heroes?
Oh, the Gerbert thing.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's another Christian one,
Friends
huh?
and Heroes looks
It
like
is.
something that I would have watched when I was little, like in Liberty's Kids fashion.
Have you guys ever seen Cherub Wings?
Yes, actually, that one I've seen. I watch that one every morning.
Every morning.
It played at like after the Reppies.
Man, there's so much more Christian cartoon media
There's
than I thought.
so many. Well, the Reppies was like a Barney type deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys watch Mustard Pancakes?
You lost me again.
These all sound
I
fake.
think I might have heard that word before, but I've never seen it.
I ain't never heard no fucking mustard pancakes. That's I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh,
That's
the
just some.
cartoons
I
are
was trying way too hard.
Mustard Pancakes.
Like you had me with cherry wings, and then you lost me again with mustard pancakes. That one's fake.
Yeah.
He has been
real.
watching, man.
It's
It's
real.
Mustard Pancakes with Courtney Campbell.
Look at these
I
dogs.
think Booga Booga Land is what I'm looking for, but
Oh
what I
my
mean,
God.
like, apply that to actual like Bible stories where I want to see Jesus in the temple, seeing people like selling shit and just flipping tables and.
Oh, no, that
that's
happened.
actually a
That
thing
was in,
happens in Friends and Heroes.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, they show Jesus go off, and it's great.
Oh, well, give me that. I want it.
I want
Bro,
my,
have you guys ever seen the Jesus crucifixion anime?
I want my Bible anime because it'd be so good.
I'm sorry, the
No.
only like Christian like cartoon I ever watched was like VeggieTales. That's it.
VeggieTales is good though.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah, like,
Mustard
my only
Pancakes is set up,
experience-
it looks like a PBS show.
I think
My
all
only
I
experience in this space is VeggieTales and Superbook, and we're done.
Hey, Superbook.
Oh my gosh, yes. Adventures from the Book of Virtues. I love that show. I have VHS tapes from it. I have DVDs of it.
Oh, you got another super chat, Manuel.
Yeah, from same No Muzet again.
Yeah, Adventures from the Book of
$10.
Virtues.
Yeah,
I love
$10.
Adventures from the Book of
I think-
Virtues.
I
Adventures
think we fit
of-
that criteria. Not overly religious, just good moral stories. I'm a
Montrealer.
but caught in a USA PBS on USA.
Adventures from the Book of Virtues is actually really good.
I love that show.
I used to like read the actual book.
I think that would be the Plattsburgh.
I'm pretty sure I had a crush on the
Plattsburgh
female
PBS
main
station, right?
I think
On
all
oh, she was cute.
all I really
If you're in
had,
Montreal,
like
or if you
in
were
terms
in
of
Montreal.
all I had really from like the Christian stuff was just like a just Jonah. Like that was the only like VeggieTales
movie?
thing. Yeah.
Oh my god, the Jonah VeggieTales movie is so good, but it literally bankrupted Big Idea Studios. They put so much money into that movie and made like not even half of it back.
And they made another one.
But that one was done in part with Universal, so it was less strain on Big Idea themselves.
They really thought that Jonah movie was gonna pop off, but I'm like,
Bro, it's fun. If you guys have ever watched Jonah, it's absolutely hilarious. We have to watch it together sometime.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh.
That's he's gonna block me. Silly.
Oh yes, Hermie and Friends. Did you guys watch Hermie and Friends?
I know what it was, but I didn't watch it.
Those caterpillars be built different. Wait, did you guys ever watch Adventures of Carlos the Caterpillar?
Oh, you lost me again.
All of these sound fake. Everyone.
Every single last one.
I'm still not over mustard pancakes. I'm like, what type of combination is that? Why?
Is it mustard on the pancakes, or are they pancakes made of mustard?
It's mustard on the pancakes.
That's worse.
That sounds disgusting. But you know what? I don't put it past TBN.
At least if it's just a mustard pancake, you could use it as like a topping on a sandwich. You know, if it's made out of mustard, it's just a lot of mustard. What?
Colby's Clubhouse, anyone?
Yep, I watched that.
I Shine Connect.
Nope.
Oh god. We have to Okay, the funny thing about I Shine Connect is that it was made by this one dude who hired a bunch of like Christian teens to create a Disney Channel style show for his 3 daughters because he was afraid of his daughters like being influenced by the media. And they play this bumper at the end of every episode where this man admits that like, yeah, I made a whole ass TV show to stream on TBN because I didn't want my kids watching Disney Channel. What about it?
He found 7 Christian teens with attitude.
That's exactly how it happened, D'Angelo. 7 Christian teens with attitude. I Shine Connect tonight on Smile of a Child.
Oh my god, we have to watch I Shine Connect. It's like, and the thing is, it feels like a Dan Schneider show. There is like weird fetishy stuff in this show.
I don't want to see a fetishy Christian show.
It is the worst because it's a Christian show. It's 1,000 times worse.
Oh, is that Joseph?
Of course it is.
Yeah, it is.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, I have that one on DVD.
God damn it.
What?
I got fucking copyright claimed.
On the stream?
No, not for the stream. For fucking Trolls World Tour, the video.
Wow, that's like forever ago. Why'd you get?
I got blocked mainly. Yeah, they're blocking me for the whole video because. What the?
Also for your recent general thoughts one.
Oh,
it wasn't even recent. This was the old
it's a
one.
while
This was
ago.
like like middle of last year type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are you sending me this now?
That's so random.
It's so
all right,
stupid.
let me deflect to the chat right quick because we got a couple of things we may pull up. The ACZ saying, I remember seeing advertisements for the Jonah movie on TV and being really excited when I was a kid. Looking back on it, that was weird, seeing how they were Jewish. Jaheim said that they watched literally all of the Christian cartoons because they didn't have cable, and there was Smile of a Child that played all those.
Yeah, that's where I know all these from. I was a Smile of a Child kid.
I had
the
this
ACZ saying again, anyone remember having a VHS for something called We Sing in Sillyville?
I think my grandma had a bunch of We Sing VHSs that I watched when I was really young. I don't remember them very well, but I remember them being a thing.
Oh, I know this. I know We Sing.
Just a bunch of songs, right? Yeah.
I didn't have any, but like schools would have them. It was all. You guys ever have that where like you would watch something a lot, but like only at school because they would always put it on?
Yeah, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Magic School Bus and Liberty Kids.
I am actually going to make dinner, so I am going to step out. This was fun. I'm so glad I got to expose you to mustard pancakes, share of wings, and the adventures of Carlos the Caterpillar.
All right,
We'll come back
have a good dinner.
Yeah.
I love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Thanks for joining us.
But oh man, but Magic School Bus actually was really good in school.
It was. Yes, very much.
That's a good
so.
show.
Has anybody seen the reboot?
No, Jake
I
hasn't
saw
been
the
about that.
reboot.
Oh yeah.
I was watching the specials the other day, and they were really, really good.
Really, really
I
good.
had never watched it. I knew of it.
The original Magic School Bus that good though.
It's kind of like, I mean, like it's young children good.
Yeah, that's
So
what,
the kind of
no, that's what
the kind of stuff where you're kind of like you're kind of watching it, and you're going, wow, they really did all this for kids. There's two specials where literally the concept of like either Miss Frizzle dying or the kids effectively dying was like part of the threat, and it was like, oh,
they were gonna kill Miss Frizzle.
What type of shit?
Yeah, literally, the most recent one is like where like they go on a balloon ride or something and it gets struck by lightning, so the bus splits into three. So Miss Frizzle splits into three, and then if they don't get the Miss Frizzle parts together in time, Miss Frizzle will literally fade away and die.
Wow.
Well, I guess that is the only way you can kill Miss Frizzle, so it makes sense.
It was kind of, I bet it'd be kind of traumatizing because like she'll like literally fade away, and then like they'll cut back and she'll fade back in, and they're like, "Oh my God, Miss Frizzle, you were gone for 15 minutes! Holy shit, she was gone for 15 minutes!"
Wait, so does this imply that Miss Frizzle is dead?
Well, she could have died.
She was dead for 15 minutes.
That woman's not even a human.
Yeah, Miss Frizzle is otherworldly.
And then they had like
she's probably a doctor.
Omniscient being.
Just
That one
you just say
post that I
doctor, like
made.
people get what you mean there.
From Doctor Who.
that one post that I had made on like Twitter about the one clip where it looks like Miss Frizzle literally just eviscerates the kids. A few people were pointing out that it was like a reference to some movie, something relating to Mars. I forgot what it was.
Oh, what?
And I was just sitting there like,
Mars Attacks?
It was something.
Mars
I forgot
Attacks.
what it was, but it was like some old thing.
Mars
I'd
Attacks.
probably have to go to the tweet. Is it Mars Attack?
Mars Attacks rules. I love that movie.
It does.
Me
Me and Johnny have a lot of movies to watch.
Yeah, we got a whole
Hold on.
Godzilla marathon to do.
That's gonna be a really fun marathon.
Out when I was little. It
What
was
freaked you
just
out?
So strange.
I thought you said you were sneaking out when you were little. I was like, what?
She was.
Mars Attacks is a little scary.
It is kind of messed up, especially when like the lady gets like half her face ripped off and you see the Mars like Martian underneath it.
Totally.
That would freak out any kid.
I was just thinking about like alien invasion movies. Starship Troopers was also kind of scary.
That is
It's really
scary
good commentary, like looking back at it, but like it's terrifying.
I always like Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
I have never seen Galaxy Quest.
It's so good. Oh, we should watch it, Bree. It's really good.
The
like
thing,
a
highly recommend.
the thing that it was referencing was War of the Worlds.
For real?
Ah.
They made a War of the Worlds reference in the reboot
That's funny.
for no reason.
Which War of the
love
Worlds?
it. Oh, it just had this like eye that shot a laser and it just died.
Freaking War of the Worlds. The first time I saw Galaxy Quest was like at 4 a.m. when I was little. Like it was just on.
I think I saw that in the movie theater.
Ooh.
I think.
That was back when like they used to show like, cause they would whenever like they would put on like Kids WEB, they would always have like a movie afterwards, and it didn't have to be a kids movie. It'd just be a movie. That's how I watched a lot of like movies that I probably would never have watched. Like
Yeah, just like a syndicated package.
yeah, like that's how I saw Con Air. I was just little. I was like, oh, what's this? Con Air. Let's see what Con Air is about.
Oh, Con Air, like the hairdryer.
That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
I saw Con Air because my stepmom loved it. My stepmom was like, "You have to watch Con Air." I was like, "Weird," but I like.
I love Con Air. What do you say, Bree?
Yeah, that's good.
That's how I saw Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It was
Ooh.
on TV. My mom was like, "Wait a minute, I never showed you Terminator," and I was like, "No," and she's like, "No, we're gonna watch this."
We're gonna
I'm
fix
like,
that.
That was definitely a sleepover movie for me.
Terminator. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, that's great.
I didn't.
I saw Terminator 2 before I saw the first Terminator, and it was definitely
Most
on
people
VHS
did
at a
that.
Well,
yeah, I think that's a really common thing.
I
Yeah,
saw
that's
I saw the
that's
first one by accident.
that's what ended up happening with me. Like the new Terminator, the latest one that ended up coming out was coming, and me and my family, we always usually go watch movies on Sunday. This was before the world exploded, and so I was like, oh, we should probably if we're gonna see Terminator, we should probably watch Terminator 2, since the newest Terminator was supposed to be like a true sequel to the second one. And so
didn't they do that 3 times where they were like, this is a sequel to T2?
This time for real, guys.
I think so, but like we ended up like just saying, yeah, we just watched the second one because I kept hearing that the first one you don't really need to watch. It's mainly the second one that you need the most. And yeah, from it I was like, okay, I get what this is. I don't think, because whatever story was told in the first one, it's like they kind of catch you up a bit in the second one enough.
For sure.
They do. The only thing that like would throw you off is like when Sarah's in the asylum and she has like the dream about some dude, and you're like, who the fuck is that? And then but you kind of put it together like, oh, this is I forgot John's father's name. But
John.
This is like
Kyle.
Oh, it is
right.
Kyle. Yeah, this is Kyle.
Kyle Massey.
And you just get it. You're like, okay, I get it now.
Right.
Terminator 1 is like very it's not great, but
It's
it was
great,
good.
but it's like it's a slasher movie.
It's
yeah.
interesting. It's
such
definitely it's like a horror movie, and the second
It's
one is a
very-
full-on action movie.
Yeah.
Very tonally. It's so tonally different from the second one.
People
It's like
always trash
Alien
it.
and Aliens.
Yeah, it really is actually.
Yeah.
People always trash in the third one, but like I know it's not like amazing, but it's kind of just fun.
The third one's really fun. I
Yeah.
saw that one in
Yeah.
theaters with my mom.
It's kind of just set piece after set piece after fight, and I'm like, I'm into that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was great, but I never understood the hate for it. I think it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
I like was not a fan of the Christian Bale one, and then I guess there was another one after that, but I didn't.
Yeah,
see that.
Genesis.
And I just watched Dark Fate actually a couple days ago, and Dark Fate wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. I had a good time with it. I was like, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of those 3.
With Dark Fate, it was one of those things where I watched it and it's like, oh, it's basically 2 again. Like it's literally like just 2, because it's like and I kind of heard there was like a thing going behind the scenes, like Tim Miller, like the director, really wanted to do his own unique thing with it, but since James Cameron actually came back on board for this, like they kind of forced it to be like basically just Terminator 2 again. But I'm not too sure. But I don't know. That does sound kind of messed up if that is the case. It's like shit.
It was a bummer because it could have been more unique. Oh well, I don't know. It doesn't. James Cameron. I went to a talk to see him talk about like 3D and like Blackmagic cameras and stuff years ago. When I was in high school, my high school TV production club went to Vegas, and James Cameron was speaking. And in Vegas, there's the National Association of Broadcasters.
Yeah. Yeah, the NAB show.
Maybe it was fun. I would love to go again, but live action and like TV's not my prerogative anymore. Animation is, so like I always forego going, even though I get the ticket or get a potential offer to go, and I'm like, I'll pass. I mean, maybe another time when it's safer now, especially. But,
I want to go make my splash.
He was just there talking and was promoting like new 3D software and all this and like the cameras and blah blah, and I'm just like, I don't like this guy.
That's something about him rubbed you the wrong way.
I don't know. He was just talking. He was like, "Yeah, 3D and like my camera and Blackmagic and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, I don't like you.
I hate you. I hate
got a
you.
buddy.
And then Bree just started getting louder, like she was whispering at first.
Yeah. James Cameron.
I hate you.
Like James Cameron comes across to me as a guy who really like loves the idea of effects and shit. Like I don't know. Like it's weird because like one of his biggest claim to fame is Avatar, and like Avatar to me, it's like it's one of those movies where it feels important only because of its technology. If you talk,
no, that's the only reason it's important.
That is the only reason.
that's really all there is to it. And like he really wants to bump up the idea of technology and shit, and I'm like, it's cool and all, but can you also, make some memorable characters?
Without the technology, it's just Ferngully with extra steps.
Exactly, pretty much. That's all it is. Like
it was my favorite movie at one point though, because I was a fool.
I'm honestly though sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I saw it and I kind of regretted not seeing it in theaters when it came out. My mom and I watched it on our like big TV at home, and we were both like, okay, I guess like, it looks cool. I'll go. I would rather be watching Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic's great.
I'll watch your other critically acclaimed film instead.
You can never get into Titanic.
I think
Titanic, but
I was just gonna say I'm kind of excited for. I'm still kind of excited to see what the second one's like, just because like
second
that
Titanic?
First one is the second Titanic. No, the second. Just that first one was 12 years ago and is still some of the best 3D there's ever been, and that's like ancient at this point compared to so many other 3D movies. So I feel like the technology that he's got in his back pocket for the sequels is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure he's like, because he very much is a visionary, like technology wise, for like what he's put forth and everything, and it's like amazing what like Avatar accomplished to the tech wise.
It might be uncanny. It might be uncanny to the max, though. Like I'm scared.
Yeah, like that's
the thing with 3D, especially like when I think about video games. Like I think about how some games are like, no, let's just go ahead and make it look like a human, like straight up. And some games are like, let's still keep some cartooniness to it. And I'm like, I don't want that. You know how David Cage basically makes movies for his video games with Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, Detroit, like he's trying to make movies. And I feel like you get and despite whatever you may think of David Cage, I don't like him. But Heavy Rain was potentially really good, but it fumbled the bag real hard. I think it did. Same with Detroit. Fumbled the bag real hard. I was like,
I think Detroit fumbled the bag harder for people.
Oh yeah, real bad. I don't really want to get to a point where it's like we're just making. I don't want to get to a point where it's like we might as well not even have the CG anymore. Like I don't need to innovate and look. I don't need it to look that realistic because I already live in reality. I would rather have something that takes me away from that reality because I'm immersing myself in this character. I'm immersing myself in this story. I don't want to just look at my screen and it's like I'm controlling like a real live action person. Like I don't want that.
Make you feel kind of squidgy.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah, like
I definitely agree with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at a certain point, increasing the like graphical capabilities towards photorealism, it's like it doesn't do much for me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm at that point. Like constantly, whenever like the new big hotness is coming out, and it's like, oh, it's so realistic. The graphics is so cool. I'm like, neat. I don't care. Like, give me something that does look a bit cartoony, that does look a bit odd, different.
Yeah.
Like I tend to gravitate more to those type of games more than I do like the big AAA shits where they're constantly trying to go for as heavy realism as possible. Like I haven't played Last of Us 2 and I'm still at the point of I may not because
I mean, from the sound of it, you're probably better off.
Pain Simulator, the game.
Pain Simulator.
Those
games, they focus so much on realism, they kind of forget art direction.
Yeah, they forget art direction or fun in general. Like, that's really what throws me. I'm like, I just want a game that's fun. Please stop trying to make me feel for, like, or it's fine if you want to make me feel, you know, if you write a good enough story with compelling enough characters, fine, whatever. But like, please stop trying to be pretentious. That's really it. It's like, I hate it when you're constantly trying as hard as you can to say a super deep message. Like with Last of Us 2, I spoiled it for myself, and it's like, oh, the message is just revenge is bad. Don't be vengeful. I'm like, did you need to write fucking 200 hours of a game for that?
What if I want to be vengeful?
When you think about like, you know, crunch and like production cycles as well for games, like think about like what happened with Red Dead 2, or even look at, you know, Cyberpunk as the most like recent case of just how like, you know,
hot garbage du jour.
Like Red, like just the studios like founded on crunch time, and that now the game came out and they're so focused on the innovation that the game, you can't play it on some of the consoles because like it can't run.
I don't think you can play on any of the consoles.
Yeah, I don't think any of them run except for
can't
computer
run.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, like I played a little bit. I have it on PC, and like, so I didn't get as much grief as everyone else got, but like, it doesn't excuse it.
Like putting in
Yeah, it's a thing.
putting in the seizure stuff, and that's like a whole other conversation about
Right.
Oh, yeah. But like,
Honestly, the games that's visuals blew my mind the most within the last 10 years was Cuphead. Because I was just like, how did you
yeah, for sure.
make this into a game?
Oh my
How did
god,
they
yes.
do it?
Like,
And
to-
Johnny, all our progress got deleted.
Oh
yeah.
no, are you for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for anyone who watched that Cuphead stream, all the progress we made did not save because the Windows version of Cuphead is trash. Like, do not play it on Windows; it will not save your data.
no.
I'm so sorry, y'all. That sucks.
Yeah, so
You were there, Johnny. You saw us suffer.
yeah, so if we do continue, we're going off of a save where I already beat the game. Like, that's how we have to do it because we're not about to redo all that crap again. It's too stupid. But yeah, Cuphead, that's the type of game I easily could gravitate to because it's like, oh, this looks different, and that's one of those things where it feels super innovative because it's like, yeah, how the fuck did you make like an old timey cartoon into a video game? Like, how do you do this? How did they do this? Like, I know it's like, I constantly say this, it's one of those, it's done so well, possibly too well. Hello?
Hello?
I don't know, I was hearing like a hissing noise.
Oh, I heard that for a second too.
You know, that was weird. But like, I look at, like, Cuphead is one of those games where it's like, it's made so well that I don't think they could ever do DLC. Like, even though they try to say, yeah, we have DLC, I'm like, no, you don't. That's why, like, that DLC
forever.
Like, bro, I said this in that stream, and I'm saying it now. It's like, hear me now, quote me later. That DLC with Mrs. Chalice and all that, and all those new levels, that's gonna be Cuphead 2. They're not good. Like, it's not gonna be DLC. It's just gonna be a whole new game because it's like too much shit, and they have no means to properly integrate it into the game without like breaking it or some shit. Like, that's how finely constructed Cuphead is.
This is like
Dude,
a
it's
good
crazy. The
problem
fact
to have,
that
right?
It's like what?
Yeah.
A good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have, yeah.
Oh man, we thought it was DLC, but we have to release it as a full game. Bummer.
Sorry, I guess another $20. Thank you. I don't know, they did the same thing with Hollow Knight.
Wait,
I didn't know that.
I love Hollow Knight. I was there hour one when that game came out. I was like constantly refreshing Steam, just like, is it out? Is it out? Is it out? Is it out? Okay, it's out.
Yeah, I was constantly trying to. I was playing Hollow Knight. I still got it, and like, I never finished it because it's kind of intimidating with how much shit they have in that game. I just had the base game, and I'm like, damn, so much, and it's easy to get like lost in it too.
Yeah, it's Metrovania. You're supposed to just like kind of just like take a day, zone out, and just play it. Like, it's not one of those games where you like have like a podcast on in the background or like music. You just kind of get in there.
Right.
I gotta try it. I've never played it.
It's really cool. It's really fun, and all the characters are adorable.
Yeah, I know. And I know, like, another like heavily stylized game that I was really hyped for, but slightly disappointed me was like No Straight Roads. Like, it looks so cool, and I love the like world. I love the characters. I love the freaking music. but holy crap, is the game not well made. like it's very much a boss rush type of game. Like you're basically trying to beat down bosses, all of it, and it's pretty short, and it can be fun. Like certain bosses are pretty fun to fight, but like it's one of those things where it's one of those, it should not have been, the price tag is what really bites it in the ass, because it's like $40, and I'm like, nah, like I paid for it and I was like, yeah, this was not worth the 40. Like it's one of those, if you can get it at a good price drop, it may, like at like $15, like I say buy it, maybe 20, but because it's also like not well optimized, because like there were a bunch of glitches, like you fall through the floor or some shit like that, or like your characters would just randomly like be stuck in a certain like stunned state, like, but you're walking and you're in a place where you can't get stunned. Like it was like I talked to an NPC and then next thing you know my characters are just constantly like just acting all woozy and they're stuck in a certain pose and I'm just sliding around and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
They fixed that yet?
I think they did fix that, but it was stupid that happened at all, and I'm like, shit.
I don't know. Sounds like a straight road to me.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I think I gotta make some dinner.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me on stream. This was a lot of fun.
It was fun having you, Johnny.
Yeah.
Thanks for having you, Johnny.
Yeah. Let me know next time you want to do this again. This was great.
Yeah. Bye, Johnny.
Bye,
Have a
Johnny.
good night, y'all. Bye. Nice to meet some of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Bye.
I'll never forget him.
Yeah. And Bree, what were you gonna say?
Already, who? Already
Bree.
Brianna. You.
He's making a joke.
I can't tell sometimes that you zoned out.
No straight roads. Cream Bastard. That's a name. Said,
I like
this
it.
is
That's
about
a
no
name.
straight roads. I don't care about the bugs. Bought it day one and we'll give them more money if they ask. But man's right though. Like it's a game that I'm like, it does so much right. It's just the one big aspect it needed to get right was its gameplay. Like I'm like, just get like, because also the combat can be a bit shallow. I thought it was gonna be a combo based type game, but it's like, nah, you got one button.
I thought it was rhythm based.
You do. It's more of a, you have to play within the rhythm of like the bots. Like the bots are in tune with the song, so you got to play with the actual thing. But the thing is, you're rock going against like electronic music, like electronica and shit and dubstep and such. So you're basically trying to go against their beat. But so it's kind of it's pretty clever in that aspect though, and I do kind of like that. But the combat itself feels pretty shallow. Like you don't get a lot. There's not a lot of like upgrades to abilities and such that really make too big a difference. So that's just kind of the thing. Like
Maybe a sequel to fix the problems.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, fuck the DK West side missions. Like they were so pointless and they go against the entire gameplay aspect. Like it's trying to be sort of a Guitar Hero type thing with the tracks, but like it's like you gotta move and bob and weave between these like little obstacles, but like it's weird. It's like very weird to do, and I don't know why they did it like that. And plus, the songs have no proper sense of rhythm, like or rhythm or harmony. Like the guy's rapping and it's like he's rapping off beat, he's not rhyming, like, and then you're trying to play along with the song, but the song is weird and it doesn't match what the track's doing. Like, I just wish that game just turned out much better. Like I do hope for like better stuff. Like if they do make a sequel, I hope they actually take some of the criticisms to heart and actually like fix a lot of them.
I think the only video game I ever played where I was like on board for every single part of it, like music, style, gameplay, story, was No More Heroes. No More Heroes is like that game. That's like me. That game. That's like the game that gets me.
I've played Travis Strikes Again and I really liked it.
Oh, it's so good. I was worried about it because it wasn't like the rest of them. But what do you say, Brie?
On the Wii, right?
Yeah, it was on. It was like it was on the Wii. The first and second one were on the Wii, and then a new one came out, and that's on everything.
Okay.
But they're so good. Like it's just like stupid like otaku like wrestling like Western lightsaber like pretty much everything I like in a game, but it all works well. And like the style, it's Suda, so like it looks. I mean, it's not Suda, it's Grasshopper. Wait, is it Grasshopper or Suda? Or
Suda 51 was part of.
Let me check real quick. I'm getting confused because like, let me see. No More Heroes.
The new No More Heroes ain't out yet, right?
No, it's coming soon. It's not out yet though. Yeah, it was Grasshopper and it was Suda. Yeah, so both. But so yeah, it's them. So you know it's gonna look great. And like that was like the first time I was just like, yes, my Wii has I finally have a game on my Wii that's like besides Brawl that's like worth justifying it. It's funny because it was one of the few like M-rated games on the Wii. I feel like there were so few M-rated games that I think I owned them all.
I think as a kid, the only like M-rated games I had, which keep in mind, I was banned from like owning M-rated games a lot of the time. So I ended up owning like Onimusha. Yeah, there we go. Like I had 1 and 2, and I never understood why the fuck I had those games or why my parents let me play them. But I guess it was because they were so fictional. Because it's like, where the fuck am I gonna buy a samurai sword?
I would get M-rated games, but only if like the cashier was cool, you know, like if they were gonna be a narc and be like, oh hey, you know this game's rated M. It's like, come on, dude, I didn't ask you for all that. Just ring it up.
Oh, you try to sneak it with your mom there or something like that?
Yeah,
like you put your thumb over
because sometimes the cover's not that bad and they don't check.
Yeah, and you put your thumb over the like ESRB rating so she wouldn't see it.
Yeah, you gotta be such a freaking narc. Let me have my game. I remember when I was like, man, the worst GameStop experience I had. Okay, so like, I remember in high school, we had like this test. There's like a test you do in DC. It pretty much, I don't know if they still do it, but like there's a test you do, and it pretty much just determines how much funding your school will get.
Right.
So they gave us an incentive, and it was just like there was 2 tests. It was math and English. Just like, and if you pass one, you get 50. If you pass both, you get $100. And so I passed both because I was like, I would like $100, please. And so I got my monies, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to GameStop right after school. And I got in there, and they're just like, you can't be in here. I was like, what? It's like, yeah, it's not 3 o'clock, and we don't sell the kids before 3 o'clock. And he's like,
what?
I'm like 16, 17. Just let me. I can be in a store by myself. Like they wouldn't let me buy my games. I was so mad.
God damn.
I got my games eventually. I bought like Tales of Vesperia, Final Fantasy 13, and something else.
I still haven't beat my copy of FF13, and I know what happens.
I haven't beat it either, but I don't know what happens.
I'm right at the end. I'm right before you fight Orphan and everything. I'm 3 bosses away.
See, I don't even know who that is.
I'm right there at the end. It's just really difficult, and the bosses in 13, they just dump health on them. Like that's how they do it. They're like, oh yeah, we'll bump the level up, but we're gonna also like just give everyone a ridiculous amount of health. And I'm like, I don't know if that's how that's supposed to work.
The funniest thing ever happened to me in the video games when I was fighting like a secret in-game boss. And you know, like in RPGs, when the boss shows up and like their health goes up, like it like loads in, you know. so the boss's health, it loaded in. I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna be too hard. It went to like 100,000. Like, okay, this might take a while. Then it went to like 200,000. Like, I mean, it's not bad. And it kept going and going and going, and it got to 999,000. I was like, oh my god! And then it kept going, and it went to, and it went to question marks. And I was just like, oh no!
That's ridiculous. That's always the worst. Like when you get into the second phase, like you're near the end, and then the boss enters its second phase, and then it's just like knocks on the heel, and I'm like,
It took an hour. It took an hour and a half of steady, hard play to beat that thing. I couldn't falter for a second.
Lord have mercy. No,
I didn't even-
that was
I
the
didn't even get
Unalesca fight for me in FF10. That was the Unalesca fight. It was the worst. Sorry, Final Fantasy X is my favorite Final Fantasy, guys. Full disclosure, that is my favorite one.
No problem.
I've played that game from beginning to end about 4 or 5 times, maybe more, and because I just love it so much, like it is 100% replayable to me, even though it's a long JRPG. I'm like, nah, I'll play this again.
This is back when I used to just drown myself in JRPGs. Cause like I think I got sick of I used to not like RPGs, but then I got mad because all my games were ending too quick. I was like, I'm paying like all this money. Well, I'm not paying it, but my mom's paying all this money for these games. They last for like 10 hours. So I started asking for RPGs exclusively because they were so long.
I didn't get into RPGs until Kingdom Hearts. Like I saw those trailers. I'm in 6th grade when Kingdom Hearts dropped because I was in 6th grade, and no, I was in 5th grade when I saw my first trailer for Kingdom Hearts, and I told my mom, I was like, I want a PS2.
Impossibly, you weren't in 5th grade.
It was like the tail end of 5th grade, going into 6th.
No.
Oh.
I never cared for like the turn-based shit because I always felt like I was just playing a fancy version of chess.
I like it. I like it now. It depends on
what you got against chess, man?
I like turn-based stuff.
Oh no, I got bored with it every time. I was like, man, I want to actually control them doing this stuff. I don't want to just press a button and then they just do all the things. I'm like, ugh.
For me, that wasn't it. I think it was the fact that I couldn't dodge. That made me mad.
Yeah, I think the one game I actually played through fully where it was turn-based was Inuyasha.
What about Pokemon?
Oh wait, the curse of the mask one?
No, I mean, yeah, curse. No, I don't know if that was the curse mask. I don't know.
It had to be because like the only other Inuyasha game that was out here in the States was that like no, there were 2. Was that like shitty?
Oh yeah, there was a PS1.
The PS1 fighter and a PS2 fighter, and they were both really shitty. And then they had the the RPG one where you could be a boy or a girl going on.
Oh yeah, the RGB one with the boy
you played that
girl.
one? That one's poopy.
The Curse of the Mask, whatever one.
Yeah, I played that one. It is like, I remember I ended up beating the boys' side, but I never finished the girls' side.
It's the same thing. It's just like the love interest change. That's all it is. And with the girl, you have the option to getting like the Sesshomaru ending.
Ooh, I bet Baby Bree was excited for that.
Well, you know I went out of my way to get this show. Absolutely. I went on GameFAQs to find bro. I went on GameFAQs to figure out how to get the Sesshomaru stuff. Because I was like, okay, when you get to Naraku's castle, you gotta go over here, and then you'll fall down, and you'll be there with Sesshomaru, and then you're gonna hang out with everybody, and then you're just gonna go with Sesshomaru for the rest of the game. Fucking Yasha and everybody else. I'm like, I want this Sesshomaru.
Give me Sesshomaru. You know why I'm here.
Yeah, I think the way I'd end up playing it, like I remember I got it in like 2004, and like I played it and I was like, oh, I gotta hate this because I got stuck at this one little castle. Like it was like the beginning castle, and I never could find out where I was supposed to go, like what door I needed to go through to be able to finish that quest. So I was like, I put that down for a good long while, and then some years later I came back and I'm like, okay, I'm finally gonna do this. And then, but before I finally got to that castle, I ended up finding this cat that gave me like level 30 like experience and everything, and I was like, oh shit, Like my character already knew the Shimigami before or Shikigami stuff before, even though we didn't meet the character who was supposed to give him the Shikigami. So it was like so odd. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I have this now? I'm not supposed to get this till later. So it was so weird. But I didn't give a fuck. Like that shit helped me like breeze through that game.
Those games.
But
Man, just anime games back in the day.
Anime games were interesting. I didn't really consume any of like the quote unquote real good ones. The anime games I consumed were like fairly awful, and I think they were by like Western developers, unfortunately.
Oh no, but you did it the right way. You better consume those mid anime games. That's what I did.
All my video games were mid as a kid.
Yeah, see, Kiki gets it. That's how I was too.
I didn't even have a Nintendo. I had an Xbox.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, it's all right.
I was raised on Zatch Bell Mamoto Battle. Yeah.
Oh my god, I had a Zatch Bell DS game and I didn't even watch Zatch Bell.
Dragon Ball Z sagas on
Oh my god, sagas! I'll tell you this. I know some of us want to be like nostalgic for saga, like we're or more or less like, or more not nostalgic, but like thought it was really fun as a kid, but grew up. But I'm gonna be real, I fucking hated that game as a kid because my friend kept wanting to play it a lot, and I was like, okay, sure, fine. But it took so damn long to beat a level. It was so annoying.
Nah, man, you could be Broly and his power was maximum. I don't know.
That was how we had to play. That's how we had to play. We had to like once we got Broly, it's like, oh good, we could breeze through this bullshit. But like it was annoying how to play that game. Like we got to the final boss, which was Cell, and like here's the thing. Here's how they made it.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
I forgot it only went to Cell Saga.
Yes, and like it was really stupid how they did it. Like basically, you get to Cell, you fight him at the tournament, but like you're Gohan and you're Super Saiyan 2 and you're fighting him. But here's the thing: if you don't beat him in time, you're gonna get stuck. Like you'll go to Super Saiyan 1 and you cannot beat Cell. You can't beat him. Like you can hit him with Ki Blasts, like Masenko Ha's, Kamehamehas, all that shit. It does not hurt him. And like me and my friend, we were pissed. Like we were so pissed because it's like, how the fuck are we supposed to beat him? We can't hurt him. And so we had to stay up for a while. Well, I stayed up. My friend like passed out because he was so done with being angry at it. And like I had to stay up constantly trying to build back the energy to be able to finally go back into Super Saiyan 2 and kick his ass. Like I was pissed. Like it was at that moment I said, I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore. It's done. I fucking hate it. No more.
That's when man was Super Saiyan. He killed it. He just destroyed the game.
I'm like, I will stick to Budokai and Tenkaichi's fuck sagas. Fuck that.
I still gotta get memories of playing sagas. Like I would watch Kids WB and they'll pop in sagas, and that'll be my weekend. I'd be okay with that. And then Toonami will come on. That's a good freaking Saturday right there.
For me, it was like booting up my Xbox 360 because I was spoiled, and I was like, Mom, I want a 360. And because I think I played sagas on the 360.
There was sagas on the 360.
It was. I had both regular Xbox. See, you have to say Xbox regular. You can't say Xbox One anymore. It's annoying.
Yeah. You say
the
Xbox.
original Xbox.
I had OG Xbox and the
OG. I still have my OG Xbox.
Still rents?
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
big.
Ooh.
Heavy. Why is the Xbox so?
Yeah, it was on Xbox.
I remember I never owned the original Xbox, but like I remember in high school, like my theater teacher, like she just had an Xbox because it was like a prop or some shit, and like or an unused prop, and I was like, "Hey, teach, anyone using this?" I was like, yeah, "No one's really using it, but there's no cords. Like it doesn't have the controller. There's no like you can't plug it in or anything. Like the power cords are gone." I literally said fucking and said, okay, I'll still take it, and I genuinely thought I could trade it in, but it's like if you ain't got the cords, you can't trade it in.
Nah,
so
you
I'm
can't.
like, Damn, so now I'm just stuck with
At
this
all?
useless.
I feel like you could.
No, you can't trade it in without the cords. They
Weird.
won't take it. So I was
It's funny because when you play a lot of games like as a kid, you kind of just like you collect so many wires. Like when
really do.
like
y'all have the wire box.
Hey, we're
Yeah,
going
we
to
did.
$2 for it anyway, man.
So like whenever I would get something that didn't come with a wire, I would usually have it somewhere.
Yep, exactly. Like, oh man, I don't got the cord. Like, nah, I got you. You go in the closet. You pull out the box of like everything.
Yeah.
I still have a box like that.
I do too. I have a suitcase full of wires.
Neat, I got you. You need the micro SD.
Yeah.
You need the red and white, yellow cables. Like what
You need the weird split cables specifically
Yeah.
for the Galaxy S5. Got it.
The one thing I didn't have that made me really mad when I was little was like, this is back when laptops were like super old. I didn't have an S video cable. And that was the only way to that was the only way to plug your laptop into a TV back then. So I just wanted because I was pretty cool and I had downloaded all 3 Matrix movies and I wanted to watch them from my laptop onto my TV.
I love how specific, how era specific that is. I downloaded all 3 Matrix movies, and I really wanted to plug my S video cable from my thick laptop into my CRT TV.
Yeah, they were all in parts too.
Sure, we all have, like, boys, like, you know, I was
Gotta
the cool
love
kid
part
for-
8.mp4.
I was the cool kid for X nerdy thing. Like I would 5th grade when I lived in Wisconsin for a year. I I would like sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards to some of the boys because I didn't want certain cards anymore. So me and my friend Jack at the time, like I would meet him after school and he'd be like, "Reed, do you have those cards?" Like we were like selling jokes.
Got that blue eyes white dragon. That was a racket though. People would go to like dollar stores and buy like fake god cards and they would sell them for like $5 each.
Hey, so I thought I had like legit god cards, but I like bought them the beauty supply. I'd be playing with my friends and I'd be like, Slifer.
I think
If that had been real, you would have been sent to the Shadow Realm.
Like Obelisk the Tormentor, I'm putting it out. But they're not real.
I think
it would have been like Rob, but he would have been in that ball.
I think I only had like the foot of Exodia.
Oof, I had all of Exodia. I was awesome.
Oh wow!
I wish I could have had most of that shit. Like my cards got stolen.
Like D'Angelo, if there was anyone who I would think that would have all of Exodia, it's you.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Draw your last pathetic card, D'Angelo.
My deck has no pathetic card. God, I freaking love you. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
So dumb, but so good.
So good.
So good.
He just cheats at everything.
No, the worst instance of Yugi cheating for me was I was reading the manga, and he had this one guy had like this card that made like a floating castle that like gave his monsters like special whatever.
Yeah.
And Yugi was like, "Okay, I'll attack the ring supporting the castle up in the air." And I'm just like, "You can't do that." Like he shot the float, he shot like the hover ring, and the castle fell on the monster. Like, if they weren't playing with holograms, how would that fly?
No, that reminds me. So, Jed and I have conversations about Yu-Gi-Oh every now and then, just about how like ridiculous it is, and he always goes back to this one moment in Yu-Gi-Oh. I think it's during the like the whole. I think when they're in the computer, they're like in the Kaiba. It's like the big five.
Oh, with Noah.
Yeah, with Noah. It's in that arc with Deck Masters.
I love that arc.
and Yugi is like, oh no, I'm gonna lose, and then the one big five member's like, oh, I'm gonna beat you, and then Yugi's just like, well, I'm gonna send my Karibo with a rainbow over to like attack you, therefore bypassing this monster and attacking you directly. And it's like, that's not how that works.
Karibo was Yugi's MacGuffin cart. You can do whatever.
You can't just send Karibo to like hopscotch over the monsters on the playing field.
I wonder if Yu-Gi-Oh has like the highest number of Deus Ex Machina events in a series.
It has a lot. Some,
I mean, imagine it does.
Even in the movie, like the most recent one where Kaiba's like doing this, dude, he's just like, I draw obelisk, and he's just like, but you don't have obelisk in your deck. He's like, I don't care. He comes out. He's like, obelisk will come out because he's obelisk, and I am me, Kaiba.
real D'Angelo energy right there.
And I'm just like, God, I love you so much, Kaiba. You're the best character ever.
They was just pulling off any bullshit that they can.
I can't wait to make that video on Kaiba because Kaiba's just so good.
Hats off to Kaiba.
What you say, Brie?
I said, no, please make a video about Kaiba because he's amazing. Dude literally missed his boyfriend so much he traveled to the past.
Yeah, he didn't travel to the past, but he went to hell.
that is some dedicated love to go to hell for your boyfriend.
I love when he goes to hell and he's just walking in, just whips out the deck, and like Tim just smiles because he knows what he's there for.
saw that shit in theaters, and the whole theater like was like I started laughing because I was like, is he this thirsty? Oh my god!
That movie's amazing. The best line is when he's testing the water bottle. He drinks the water bottle and he crushes it in his hand. And he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, whoever designed this water bottle fired them. I shouldn't be able to crush it this easily. And I'm just like, whoa, Kaiba, you're so goddamn cool. I love you so much.
They cared so much when they dubbed the Dark Side of Dimensions because it felt like the old show, but like you just have such a good time watching it. You're like, oh, this feels like cheesy old 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh. I fucking love it.
It's so good, man. I genuinely think like Kaiba is one of the best rivals ever written in Shonen. I love Kaiba.
Yeah, that man just goes hard in the paint for no reason.
He's so cool.
He's like too cool. He's like the best. You know, they have like player 1, player 2 in like all the anime. Like he's the best.
Yeah.
Also, like he's the best player too. He is the best Ken. He is the best Blue. The best.
I love Kaiba so much. I'd say more, but that'd be giving away the video.
This house we love and appreciate Seto Kaiba.
just his laugh alone.
Why this grown teen man riding around in a dragon jet?
He blew me. Also, by the way, I'm blowing up this island because I'm Seto Kaiba.
I should rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh sometime. And like catch up.
So good.
Okay, I'm gonna put us on. Thanks for watching, because we're drawing.
Gonna wind down.
Yeah, we're winding down. Ugh.
Ah man, Yu-Gi-Oh's so cool.
Yes.
I'm just.
Well, it's so weird. Like, would I tell somebody to genuinely go back and watch Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, genuinely, I'd be like,
I would tell them to read it.
Oh, yeah,
Manga's still good.
Yeah, read Yu-Gi-Oh.
Is it still going?
No, it's done.
Over.
Okay.
But, like, if you wanted to, if it's like what I tell people about Sailor Moon. If people are like, "Oh, I want to watch Sailor Moon," and I'm like, "Don't watch that Deke dub, though." And they're like, "But nostalgia," and I'm like, "No."
No, the Deke dub is for us. That's for people like me and Bree.
That's for people who are already there.
Yeah.
And if you really want to get the lore and have a good time, that's not what you want. You better go read it.
The Deke dub ruined me because I can't watch any other dub.
No, right?
Real quick question: did they really was there a character that really had an attack called simple gentle uterus attack or some shit?
Sailor Moon's like attack near the end, like healing or something. It's from geez, it's from the season that I had like the least memory about.
Oh no, I was watching someone who, like watching this person's video on Magical Girl Friendship Squad.
Our gentle uterus is the attack.
Oh yeah, Star Gentle Uterus, that's what they called it. And I was like, what the
Nah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like that's a real thing? I thought like this had to be like bad. I'm like, it had to be like a bad fucking like subs or some shit. It's like, no, they say it exactly like that. You see, like you hear them doing the English just to do it. It's like, what the
This is
fuck?
real.
Yeah, it's not Sailor Moon's. It's Sailor Star Maker's attack. One of the
Sailor
Starlight.
Stars?
Sailor
Oh,
Starlight.
are they the ones? Are those like the guys that turn into the sailors?
Hmm?
The guys that turn into the sailors?
Yep. It's
I like them.
interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Because people identify like for like trans representation and whatnot in the anime, but in the manga, just women who are dressing up as dudes. So.
In the manga, they're just dressing up as girls.
No. They're women who are dressing up as a boy band.
Oh, that's way better.
But in the anime, they made it so that way like their body changes full on, and I wonder if it was just a sort of like, because it's the 90s and I know Japan still like.
It's still kind of rough around the edges when it comes to stuff like that.
Acceptance and whatnot. Because one of the Starlights does have a genuine attraction to Serena. Yeah, I'm gonna call her Serena, and like goes on a date with her and everything. So I wonder if that was to just sort of like
skirt the censors.
What about Mamoru?
Yeah. It's weird and dumb, and it's like, yeah, bisexual Usagi, like let her have it. Like, come on.
She does blush a lot when she's around the pretty girl. Or a handsome girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're winding down, everybody. Thank you all for joining us and just coming to vibe on another boring Thursday.
It's Thursday? Oh, you're right.
Thursday, my dudes.
Yes.
Oh, I was supposed to watch a lot of The Mask today. I guess I'll do that tomorrow.
Damn.
Damn. Watch some Figurati.
I've got to write things.
Yeah. Thank you
and
all.
What
were you gonna say, Benz?
Did you read the chat before I do it? Did you read the channel? I mean,
what, the channel?
Look in the chat, man. Look in general.
Oh, in general, what?
Our general. How the Black Redux,
Oh yeah, sure, very much.
Yeah. All right. On your way out, go check out our friend Haryana Hook, who's also doing a live stream right now. She's discussing being on a TV show. I'll throw the link in the chat right quick.
Yeah.
Go over there. Tell them Man and Friends sent you.
Go check them out. We love them.
Yeah. We love Haryana. Yeah, I'm waiting on Benzie to post it for them.
Yeah, I sent it.
Closing time.
You did? Because it didn't pop up for me.
Me neither. It may take a little bit.
It sent. It's on my end.
Let me refresh. See if it fixes it. Oh, I want another one of those watermelon things.
Strange, it's still not. Oh well.
Yeah.
If it's there, it's there. Great, whatever.
I'll send it one more time just in case it might be getting caught because it's a link.
Oh, so live chatting it. Yeah, that might be.
If you look in the description, just go to her channel. You'll find it.
Yeah. Just go to everyone's channels are in the description. So look for Haryana Hooks and you'll be able to go right over there. So, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for joining us, and always remember.
Why don't we also shout out ourselves on the way out as well?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, everyone just.
All I'm D'Angelo Edwards. I'm enthusiastic about television.
Oh my god.
I'm enthusiastic about television.
That is my line now, apparently. Uh,
I like it.
But anyway, I'm Benzie Johnson Jr. I'm enthusiastic about television. Channel I discuss about all sorts of aspects of television, all sorts of different angles, kids TV, live action TV, international fare, domestic fare, technical bits that no one else dives into. You name it, really. I'm in the I'm linked in the description, and you can also find my Twitter down there as well.
Okay. I'm Black Geeky Girl. I'm also very enthusiastic, more on animation than just TV itself.
Wow.
We're actually doing this now.
But you can find me on on YouTube, called Black Geeky Girl. But I'm more active on Twitter and Instagram, where I draw and make new artwork every single day. So check me out.
Hi, I'm a pre-animator. I'm not enthusiastic about cartoons. I don't like them. They actually exhaust me. No, I like cartoons. I like animation as a whole. Over here, over there, everywhere. Jeez, I don't make content. But if you
make a podcast, that's content.
If you're interested in learning more about the animation industry, as well as like getting information on how to pursue a career in it, and especially if you are a Black or in general BIPOC individual, please check out the Black and Animated podcast and the Black and Animated organization, which is meant to empower, inspire, and educate Black creatives seeking careers in the industry for animation.
Ooh.
Yeah. Go check out Black and Animated.
Black and Animated. I don't know how the theme song goes. How's it go again, Bree? Anyway, right. I'm D'Angelo Edwards. I'm enthusiastic about being enthusiastic. And I run a channel called Hats Off Media, where I talk about stuff that I think deserves to be talked about. You know, I want to like shed a positive light on most stuff, or stuff that people don't talk about a lot, or like stuff that I find weird and want to bring back into conversations. I like to make videos, and I think they're pretty good. So check me out, Hats Off Media. I shoot people a lot on that channel.
Jesus
Christ.
Okay. And Kiki?
Hey guys, I'm Offbeat Kiki, and I'm enthusiastic about making cartoon retrospectives and playing music, and sometimes I also play music from cartoons.
Ooh.
So, see you there. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And everybody, thank you. Like I said, thank you again for coming out. Go to the description box to subscribe to all these great, wonderful people. Donate if you feel like. Support the channel on Patreon. And always remember, it's just a thought.